we got here? Oh, actually, you know what? I want to check out Path of Exile 2. I also want to check out if any of my viewers um, are playing Path of Exile 2 yet. Hold on just a second. That's our article about drowning in bathtubs we read last night. Great article. Give me a second, guys. Let me go ahead and there we go. Don't got that blocking the whole stream now. And let me go to YouTube so I can get chat up. I'm actually streaming on Osatoshi too, because recently, I know this sounds crazy, but recently I've gone around and seen a bunch of people who are, oh, whoops, public, invite, no, I don't need to invite any guests. Uh, how to move to Japan. Let's just call it that. Let's see what happens. Whoops. All right. Unrested from Japan. How about we'll just say FAQ. Whoops. Sorry guys, I've got like a FAQ from Japan. I'm just experimenting with something today. Um, okay, and I just want to see how this goes. How do I? Oh, whoops. How do? Okay, there we go. FAQ, not from Japan. FAQ. Ask anything about moving to Japan. I just want to see how this does. Um, Come on. Okay, well then how do I get rid of this? No, it's not made for kids. Oh man, how do I get rid of this stupid? Oh, there we go. Not now. Wait, no, okay. Enable. Not now. Oh my god, dude, stop. How do I get the keyboard back off? Oh, did I do it? Next. Okay, I think I'm going live now. 3, 2, 1. You are live. What's up? Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Oh, true. I guess I should have a mod on there at some point. Um, I want to see what happens when I open a stray, like just a stray stream. I've seen recently where I'm like looking at YouTube Shorts, and every once in a while I come across somebody who's doing like a live stream on listed on YouTube Shorts, and they have like even if they're like a total nobody. Are you okay, bud? You all right? Even if they're like a total nobody, and like I'm a nobody too. That's why I'm trying this. Um, they hold on. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Um, okay. I still got the old chat from yesterday stuck in there. Great job. Hey, bestie, cute top knot. You're like cute chibi samurai. Oh my God, Bryce, thank you so much. Your compliments always brighten my day. And seriously, Bryce, I love your smile, no homo. um, Pop out chat. I always say that to my friend Dylan. I say, bro, I love the way your smile lights up my life, no homo. All right, hold on. Oh, sweet. And I get the heart emoji too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, that's what I love about doing these streams is I know I've always got a chat that I can just pretty much kid about anything with, and they totally get it. That's the best part about having people who return every time to the same chat. Ah, it's awesome. Nichki's pupil. What's the time in Japan? Currently, it is 5 p.m. a.m. Sorry, I'm not. Ah, chill out, bud. Take it easy, take it easy. Currently, I'm actually in America. Um, my life is in Japan from May onwards, and then I'll be there for 3 months until I get called back here again. So I travel between both countries. But currently, I'm in my American house. My wife is actually coming from Japan on this Friday. I can't wait, dude. I've been missing her so bad, and my eldest son too. He's a real sweetheart. Whoa, what's up, guys? Hey, hey, wow, this is crazy. Like, sorry, sorry, I didn't expect this many people to suddenly show up. I got 18 people already on the live stream from my other channel. This is crazy. This works so much better than me just streaming on my. So, welcome all of you. If you shout me out, I will donate. Okay. Um, okay, so just so you know, Top GFN, my main channel is called Unrested. Here, actually, you know what? I'll type it in there. Um, wait, what? How do? Okay, come on, Scott, you can do this. All right. Oh, come on. No, I don't. Okay. Uh, my main channel is called Unrested. And I'm actually streaming on there too. This is my second channel that's for Japanese horror. Um, and I'm experimenting to see like which stream does better. Oh no, Top G, FN. I'll still shout you out, man. Like I'm more than happy to do that. You're actually getting shouted out on both channels. So the other one has like 88,000 subscribers, so you're getting a much bigger um, shout out. Uh, Top GFN. Okay, I'm typing it in chat right now so that people know how to spell it and everything. Give me just a second, okay? Because if you go to my other channel, Unrested, which is UNRESTED, Unrested. Sorry, I've got like two keyboards here right now. I don't have one connected up to this one. Um, Top GFN. If you go to the other one, you'll see I've just typed it in for everybody to see. So you just got a shout out. You only have 40 subs. We'll try to get you some more, bud. Actually, you know what? I'll sub to your channel right now. Give me a second, bud. Top GFN. I mean, as long as you're not like, as long as you're not, okay, yeah, this looks like that. That's fine. I don't mind at all. All right, guess what? You got 43 subscribers now, bud. No, no, no. That's not the right way to spell it. I know it's not a common word. Dang it. How do I? I've never used the other version of streaming. I've never done this other one. Uh, um, yo, how do you type into the other one, dude? This is so annoying. Oh my god. All right, here. I know what I'll do. Damn it to hell. This is ridiculous. I'm more used to if here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about because you guys are probably like, what the hell is he talking about? He's streaming. So I'm actually streaming on my other channel called Unrested. All right. So what I've got going on is I've got two channels. One channel is just about like moving to Japan and like living in Japan. And my other channel that you guys are on right now, this is where I do like horror stories from Japan, kind of like creepy pastas or urban legends from Japan. Um, but I wanted to kind of give both a little bit of love. Can you put the camera on the word? No, 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 no. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna jump in there. Hold on. Give me just a second. I got you covered, man. Um, You're totally right though. That's a good idea, dude. I should have just put it on the word, right? Okay, Osoroshi Nights. All right, there I am. I'm live. Okay. Sorry, the sound sounds so much worse on here. All right, I'm in there. Unrest it. There we go. And yeah, can you follow me back on Unrested? I'd really appreciate it, man. Um, I'm looking at your channel, Top G. It's like mostly like video and stuff. Oh, they're here. There you are. Anyway, let me give a shout out to everybody first. I see that year makes sense. I thought you'd become a nocturnal creature. Oh, good one, Nietzsche. Gabrielle, I was about to question that. Then I remembered you're in the USA now. I was like, what the fuck? What is he doing up streaming this early? Yeah, man, that'd be a holy cow. 5 a.m. stream. I don't know how many viewers I'd have. Sorry for eating on stream. Perino, un saludo, please. Gomen, Nihongo dake. Just sub. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah. Here's where we mainly chat and hang out on my main channel. The I wanted to experiment, so here's my big experiment tonight. Um, when I go through shorts and I watch YouTube shorts, every once in a while I run into somebody who's streaming live. Have you thought? Nietzsche, I actually did a lot of what you would call like localization for voices in Japan. A lot for I guess you'd pretty much consider it like elementary school audio CDs for speech. I did a lot of recording for that. Um, that it's pretty fun. It's kind of fun because it's kind of like acting, but you're just acting with your voice. Um, but thank you. That's a very nice compliment, Nietzsche. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm experimenting between the two streams. So this is my main channel that you're on now here with Top G. You just joined, and the rest of you guys, most of you who are on right now, like Bryce and everybody, you guys come on all the time. And Grumpy. Sorry, I didn't give you a shout out, Grumpy. Grumpy's on here a lot, and so what we're trying out is I want to see if the stream that is set to like just like live streaming on the shorts where it's like upright vertical streaming or going through OBS. Oh shoot, I got a message at the same time. Too many messages coming in at the same time. Uh, Top G, 日本語喋れる? Yeah. 僕の息子もだけど彼の日本語ペラペラ. So, um, 僕の日本語まだまだ良くない. Another day of wisdom. Slayer Duck, welcome. Slayer Duck, I'm doing an experiment right now. Sorry, I'll I'll finish explaining this. I keep getting sidetracked. I apologize, guys. Um, I'm testing which stream gets more viewers. The vertical stream that is put into people's shorts on um, Osoroshi Nights, or my main channel Unrested, which is going through OBS here. Dude, okay, here's what I don't understand. That little sound you just heard play. Okay, I don't get this, but that's when somebody joins my Twitch channel. And I got an overlay a long time ago where it would play that sound when someone joined my Twitch channel. And I, for the life of me, have not been able to figure out how to delete it. I have deleted every single piece of software that was ever connected to that overlay. And somehow, and I know OBS at this point. Like I know it pretty well at this point. It's not in any of my layers. It's not in any of my scenes. I don't have any overlays other than the ones I've personally made, and I cannot figure out how to strip it from OBS, which means I probably need to uninstall and reinstall OBS, which I don't want to have to do. I'm trying to beat the algorithm. Yes, thank you, Slayer Duck. You understand. But first off, let me what does that mean? I just said like in Japanese I said my son speaks perfect Japanese, like he's native Japanese. Um And me, I speak Japanese, but my Japanese is very bad because I still sound like a kindergartner pretty much. I don't sound great. Um, but let me give a shout out to everybody here. What you're seeing right now, these are the regulars. We got Ikram here. Welcome back, bud, Nuno, and Slayer Duck. And yes, you are correct, Slayer Duck. We are trying to beat the algorithm right now. We're trying to figure out. We're experimenting with both. Um, I don't know how it's gonna go. Sometimes when I'm going through shorts, I land on somebody's live stream, and they have, as few subscribers as I do, and they have like tons of people watching, and I'm just like, why do these streams get so many viewers? And then like when I go through OBS and don't do like a vertical live stream, the viewers I get, which I love all you guys that you're here and everything, but I don't get like new viewers. Mostly what I get is people who have been with the channel for like 15 years. Actually, by the way, guys, if I can just give him a shout out right now, Top G has just started his channel. Well, I don't know if I don't know how long you've been doing it, but if you could just give him a sub, help him out. He's just getting started. What do you got? Like a gaming channel, right, Top G? Let's take a look here. That's wild. It's fascinating. That's because the culture is so homogeneous and insular. Whenever a well-intentioned um, I was talking to this one viewer, kind of a sad story. Like she was trying to have an interaction with a like trying to find a Japanese pen pal, and someone was like really mean to her. Like she eventually found one who was real nice to her and everything like that. But one of the people said, "I hope you do like what Kurt Cobain did." Most Americans should do what Kurt Cobain did. And she was like, so my first interaction ever was with like a racist Japanese person. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Like I said, like that is really, you know, it's very uncommon. And I'm sorry you had to experience that, but that sucks. Striker, what's up? When are you gonna stream, cutie? I'm streaming right now. Um, I'm over in the EU. It's late. Just popped in for a moment. Have a good stream, man. Thank you, Gabrielle. I really appreciate it. Even popping in for a moment, it's always appreciated. I've had this channel for 1 year and still not famous. Tap G, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. But actually, you know what? Let me take a look again. Let me just see what we got here. I'll be honest with you, dude. I've been doing YouTube for 15 years. I made it to 100,000 subscribers, and I kind of got burnt out and overloaded. I went into like kind of a depression for a while. I quit for 2 years, and like I lost about 20,000 subscribers. And you know, when I came back, I'm down to I think like 80,000 or something now. That's all I have now. But the people who stayed are like viewers who've been with me from the start, and we've got this really nice small community that is like the awesomest people ever. Like I've become like best friends with a lot of these viewers now. So it's worth it. There is like a lot of benefits of doing this long term, even if you don't get super famous and stuff like that. Which I'm gonna be frank with you. You shouldn't shoot for famous. What you should shoot for is creating commentary and videos and um, pretty much just like works in which you really enjoyed making them. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at what you got, bud. Hold on. No, 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 no. I don't want YouTube TV. I just want regular YouTube. There we go. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we got top G FN. Is FN for what? Like Finland or what? What is that for? All right, so you're doing a lot of what is this? Fortnite. Is that what you're doing? A lot of Fortnite playthroughs and stuff? Like all right. Whoa, whoa, relax, relax. Take it easy, bud. Okay, and I see you're also using OBS, which is great, man. Me too. Where's it? Oh, wait, no. I do have the sound turned on. Why am I not hearing anything? That's weird. What happened? What happened? I don't know why am I. My mouse wigged out for just a second. I'm not sure why. Um, what's going on? Oh, whoops. How come I'm not hearing sound from this? What happened? Oh, whoops. I clicked on the wrong thing for a second. Hold on, let me hear what we got. Oh, okay. Oh, you're still a squeaker. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool though. But you've just started then. Like you've only had it for a year and you're still just like finding your style and stuff. Dude, take your time. Oh, it stands for Fortnite. Okay, so Top G, I mean, take your time, relax, enjoy making the videos. Don't worry about becoming famous, dude. If what you make is really good and you really craft and hone your videos into something, really good, fame will come later. The people I've seen become famous, they enjoyed making the videos first and fame came later. So that's what you should focus on first. Just enjoy the process. I found out that a pizza place I frequent has a point system. So my order that was going to be 33 bucks got reduced to 14. Congrats on that, Grumpy. Sleep paralysis is scary, dude. Sleep paralysis is for real scary, that's for sure. Um, what's your sleep paralysis story, Slayer Duck? If you, I mean, no obligation, but if you'd share it with us, like, what do you get? Like, Hat Man, Shadow Man, what is it? I don't know if anyone is experiencing or seeing the Shadow People or the Hat Man, but oh, okay, whoa, there we go. Ikram, right after that. I've never had the Hat Man or the Shadow Man. I'll tell you mine. I've talked about it before. I only had really bad sleep paralysis one time. What happened for you? If you're okay to share it with it. If not, just say no, Scott. No. Oh, you're older now, Top G. Okay, sorry. I mean, like, dude, it's totally okay. Like, if you start young, what was your worst nightmare? Oh, okay. All right, we'll go for that too. Blue Steel Bass. Good afternoon. Finally caught you live. I was guy inquiring about. Oh, yeah, that's right. Um. Okay. Well. Okay. All right. So okay, Blue Steel. Let's talk about. Actually, you know what? Hey, Blue Steel, do this. Do this. Um. Let's get you taken care of. But here's what I want to do. The official unrested at. Oh shoot! I almost messed that up. Okay, Blue Steel. I just typed my email address in there for my channel. I want you to email me there with like what times are concert schedules you're looking for, um, what kind of tickets like and everything you're looking for. Um, I'll see what I can do. You don't have to really. I mean, unless I end up having to spend a bunch of money, you don't really have to compensate me, man. I'm just happy to help out a viewer, dude. Um, tell me what you need, and I'll see what I can do. I'm not making any promises. Like I can't promise you because I don't want to get like your expectations up real high, and then you're like, oh, I don't get to see Perfume. Um, just let me know what you need. Oh shoot, Scott, bro, read above. Okay, sorry. I don't know if anyone has experience seeing the Shadow People or the Hat Man, but it's crazy phenomenon, and so many people have seen them. Yeah, dude, have you watched that whole documentary on nightmares? It's just called The Nightmare. A lot of people experience it. It's pretty universal. Is that what you were talking about to read above? It was very surreal. It got traumatic afterwards though because I had an episode of sleep paralysis and I saw the Hat Man. Oh, you did see the Hat Man. Oh, damn. And he was looking through your window. Oh, that sounds so scary. Um, let's do this though. Let's explain to anybody who's never heard of this stuff before, like what we're talking about. Um, all right, give me a second. Why? Why is it not predictive text yet? Come on. Okay. Um, give me just a second. Oh God, that's right. I'm not on my premium account. Sorry. Ah. All right, hold on. Let me do this then. I have a premium account too, and I usually only watch YouTube on that because I refuse to listen to ads. Um, give me just a second here. Okay, there we go. Um, okay. What should I do here? Uh, it's kind of a really good image. Damn. Wait, what? No, I don't want. How about just open a new tab? Uh, not open link. All right, hold on. Give me just a second. I want to do a quick share. I'll be back. No problem, Top G. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. So the first time I saw the Hat Man, I saw his silhouette cast above the ceiling, and my bed is behind the door as you come in. Yeah. Grokaru. I like the lighting you have going on here. Yeah, right now it's kind of a weird. My lighting's very strange because we're like like late afternoon right now. Usually I don't stream till nighttime, but on Sundays I always stream a little bit early because I always have work the next day. So I get started a lot earlier on Sundays. So that's why we still got a lot of light shining through the windows. But Groku, hey, Unrested, I have been watching you for 10 years. Dude, first of all, thank you. Man, living in Japan. Oh, sweet, you're there. You got it. I finally started uploading videos. Oh, shoot. All right. Guys, we're going to go check out your channel right now, man. Go to channel. All right. Subscribed. Okay, guys, this is Grokaru. Um, he's watched my channel for 10 years, he said, and he's recently just started making his videos about Japan. So let's give this guy some love, all right? Um, please check it out and subscribe, all right? Um, let's take a look at what we got. All right. Moving to Japan. What you need to know about Amairu. How living in Japan broke my brain. The limbo of intermediate Japanese studies. So we got some great stuff here. Will you face discrimination in Japan? Okay, excellent channel. We're definitely promoting this. Let's go for it. Give me just a second here. All right. Okay. Okay. And let's switch over. Oh, why did it go so big? Let's go a little bit smaller than that. Okay. So check this out, guys. Um, make sure you get the spelling right, because okay. Grokaru. All right, check it out. We got some good stuff here. Will you face discrimination in Japan? Already got 1,000 views. Dude, congrats on that, man. That video is doing great. In general, you hover around 1,000 views, man. You're doing really good, man. 2 weeks only you've been making videos, and you get around 1,000. You've got 500 subscribers and about 1,000, almost 2,000 views, dude. You're doing awesome. This is great to see, man. All right. This is good. It's about studying Japanese. You shouldn't move to Japan if you like games and anime, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a big supporter of that sentiment. I hate when people are like, "Why isn't Japan like anime? I watched Usagi Drop and nobody's like the show Usagi Drop. Why? I told Japanese people I love anime and they just looked at me like I'm weird." Nobody cares. It's like coming to America and tell people I like Snoopy. People be like, "Okay, so what?" Like, come to America and be like, "Hey, have you ever heard of Garfield?" What? Yeah, of course. What are you talking about? You guys like video games? Yeah. Okay. Great. I love it, dude. Yeah, this is the stuff people need to know. I'm serious, man. Because how many? I can't imagine. You probably already starting to get the questions. I'm gonna just call you Kadu. All right, Kadu. You probably already get a bunch of questions that are like, "Do you think I could become an engineer in Japan?" And you're like, "Oh, so where do you have your engineering degree from?" And they're like, "Well, I haven't started college, but I was just thinking maybe I want to do it in Japan instead." And you're like, "Why? What?" Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Oh man, I love it. So, Kadu says here, like, I always say it's like Japanese people moving to the U.S. and expecting things to be like Marvel movies. Dude, perfect analogy. Perfect. I love it. I love it. All right, dude. This channel is great looking, dude. Just go for it. You're doing. It looks like you're enjoying it too, and that's the most important thing I always tell people. Scott, have you ever heard of a book? It's so cool. Yeah, I've definitely read books before, man. I'm a really big fan. Um, yeah, you're getting that kind of stuff. My favorite is always like, can I become a doctor in Japan? And you're like, you mean like you want to transfer your American license to Japan and see if your license is valid there? And they're like, no, I mean, like I'm still in high school and stuff, but I definitely want to become a doctor in Japan. What? Yeah, yeah, I'm serious, Maki. People, even my son. Yeah. So if you're wondering, hold on, let me just shrink this down just for a second. So even my son back there is like, what? Like the dumbest questions ever. You get like such goofy questions where you're like, what do you, so like have you even looked into what like getting a PhD or like getting a doctorate is like? Have you worked an internship? They're like, what's an internship? Oh my God, what are you talking about doing it in Japan then? And they're like, are they like always shocked that you'd have to speak Japanese? If if I became a doctor in Japan, would I have to speak Japanese? What? How would you like it if like you got rushed into the trauma center and everybody's speaking Japanese to you in America and you don't speak any Japanese? What would you? Um, can I become in Japan? Yeah, you of course you can become in Japan. Of course, bud. Yeah, you said already getting those kind of questions. I knew it, dude. Okay, here's a weird one I get now that I'm between America and Japan. Now that I go between both countries here. Okay, I get Americans asking me all the time, like, first of all, they constantly switch China and Japan. I don't know, like, I get it that both are Asian, but they're really not the same country. Um, so like I'll be like, yeah, I just, I was living there 15 years and then I bought a house here, so now I live between Japan and America. And they're like, so how long did you say you lived in China? And I'm like, no, 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 Japan. They're like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, whatever. Um, and then the next question they ask is, do you speak Japan? I'm like, uh, you mean, do you mean Japanese? And they're like, yeah, yeah, you speak Japan. I'm like, what? What? Why? Why can't we add the E's? It's every Asian language almost. Vietnamese, Japanese, Chinese. Like, what are you doing? Taiwanese. It's all E's. Just add what? Like, is suffix like against your religion or something at this point? Like, I don't understand, dude. Stop. Deko-chan, what's up, buddy? Go ahead. Go ahead. Dude. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Kadu, man, just keep it up, dude. You're doing great. Dragon Reborn. Can I become the CEO of Nissan if I move to Japan? Yeah, of course, dude. I don't speak Japanese or drive, but I cleaned my dad's car once. Dragon Reborn. I love it, dude. What? Oh man. Man, oh man, you got my sense of humor. The thing I notice most is if people commenting, I read it in a Redditor voice. Like, actually, have you considered this or that when it's literally exactly what I say in the video? Yeah, yeah. Well, my favorite thing is people who've never been to Japan tell you what you got wrong about living in Japan while you're living in Japan. You're like, okay, what? Like, no. Ah, no, man. You know what? I'm just paying it forward. I'll tell you what. When I started this like 15 years ago, I had 50 subscribers until Give Me a Break Man. I'm sure you know Victor, right? Give Me a Break Man, Give Me a Flake Man. He gave me my first shout out, and I went from 50 to like 1,000 subscribers in like a week or a couple weeks. And like ever since then, I thought if I ever see someone else doing the same thing, I need to shout them out too. And I mean, as long as you're, as long as your stuff is just like, good, decent quality stuff. Like, and I don't mean like great editing or anything like that. I just mean like your message is like a positive message, like, and realistic too. There's some people I won't promote because I see them uh really push some like really unrealistic ideas like robots in Japan, everybody lives with them. And they're like, see, look, even in my house, I have a robot, and it's like a toy they bought from the store. And you're like, what are you talking about, dude? I did one on God, what's the name of that couple? They seem like nice enough people, but Megan and Jack, what's their name? Oh, here we are. Okay, here we go. Megan's gonna teach us a little bit about Japan. Are you guys ready? Can you become Chinese in Japan? Yeah, of course, man. After you live there for like 1 year, you get your Chinese visa, and then you're Chinese after that. That's how Japan works. Hey, nice to meet you. RA1 Hurt. Um, is Doraemon real? Yeah, of course. Not only is Doraemon real, but like um everybody in Japan has a non-demo door. Like they have like, that pocket you can just reach in and pull anything out of. Everybody's got one of those in Japan. Shout outs and subscribers don't matter anymore for YouTube algorithm though. Ah, you are right though, Slayer Duck. You are right. But what if I just get like, I don't know how many people are watching right now? Burn victim Ben Newton. Hey, burn victim Ben Newton. Good screen name. I love it. Um, yeah, I mean, like if get even just the people who are watching the video to subscribe to, I mean, that's like a couple more. We all want just a couple more all the time. And it feeds my fragile ego, right? For ego boosting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if anybody was like, "Hey, I'll shout you out," like I'd be like, "Yeah, please go ahead, do it." Like I'd never turn it down. That's for darn sure, right? Okay, hold on. Let's turn down the volume a little bit on this video because it's like ultra loud. Actually, let me see if it's showing up. I want to just check real quick. No, it's not showing up. Okay, we got to make sure we get audio on this. Last night I showed a whole video. All right, we got Megan here. She's gonna teach us all about it. This is Hito Bito. I'll at least give the channel a shout out, even though like some of the stuff they teach about is kind of like, what? What are you talking about?
By wearing this in Japan.
Okay. Don't wear this in Japan, guys. I've worn this before and I was so embarrassed. Here we go.
Japan is still very much in its modest is hottest era, which means that showing your shoulders or, God forbid, a little bit of collarbone like this is low-key scandalous.
No, it's not. This is not true. I don't know why like some of her videos are not that bad. Like they're pretty decent about Japan, but then she does stuff like this where I'm like, why are you where are you getting this from? How are you like what? It's literally been the absolute depths of a winter in Osaka, and I see girls so scantily clad that I'm like, are you attempting to get the flu? What are you doing dressing with that little on in the middle of Osaka? Like, it's fine, do you. Like, I'm not one of these people that's like, women shouldn't wear scandalous short skirts. And then it's fine, it's fine. But when it's like 6 Celsius out or like 40 degrees, maybe wear a little bit more that stops you from, getting sick and spreading bacteria. Um, can you start teaching me about can I start teaching you about Norway? Of course, Striker. Of course. Why you have 100K subscribers and only 10 people watch you? Uh, Pretty much the reason I'll tell you. A long time ago, I used to actually have 100. I don't actually have 100,000. I only have like 80,000, by the way. So a long time ago, I used to do really good upkeep on my channel, and I used to make a video like actually almost every day, and I did actually get like a lot more viewers and stuff like that. Um, and then one day, I got really depressed and uh, I kind of just like gave up and I stopped doing YouTube for almost 2 years, TJ. During that time, I lost about 20,000 subscribers. Like people just started unsubscribing since I just stopped making videos, which is understandable. My views went way down. And also, you should realize this too, TJ. I'm not actually like a live stream channel. I've only started live streaming since August. And when I did finally come back from my channel, um, I had pretty much destroyed the algorithm. Like I lost a lot of my popularity. I lost a lot of my, and I'm not trying to gloat like I'm all so popular before. No, I was always kind of average. I'd make anywhere from like 10K to 15K on views. Um, the average being about 2000K though. And what happened is you kill your viewership if you suddenly take a 2-year sabbatical. So if you're wondering why, that's why. Okay, anyway, let's let Megan teach us. Okay, guys, listen up.
With so many traditional religious sites and ceremonies that you can go to, sometimes covering up will make you feel a bit more comfortable.
Okay, you. I mean, if you're actually going to a religious ceremony, like you're going to like kids' day blessings or like a marriage, a wedding ceremony at a temple, obviously you got to dress nice. But okay, let's talk about springtime matsuri at temples, right? Like summertime matsuri at temple. Like you can wear like barely anything, dude, right? Like, I always wear like my booty shorts and like a bikini top when I go. So, and nobody looked at me weird. They were like, "Oh, what a cutie." Why do I have to be so self-deprecating just to understand everything?
And probably get you less stares, probably. Also, don't even bother with kimono unless you're getting somebody to help you do it, because these are
Oh yeah, because everybody's about to wear a kimono in Japan. Okay.
wicked complicated to put on by yourself. Also, be careful if you're planning on eating in them, because these rental places will charge you like crazy if you get any food on them. Stay safe out there. Next, don't wear flimsy shoes. I know that it seems
Okay, I will agree with this. She's right about this. Like, seriously invest in a decent pair of shoes. Like, one of the worst things I ever did was when I first came to Japan, I think I brought dress shoes, like because I had a job where I had to wear a suit, and I brought Converse, like flat top Converse. Um, might as well just throw those away. Converse are like the worst things ever to wear. Like the canvas type Converse shoes that are just like a flat bottom. You can't wear those. Your feet will like, you know, absolutely be destroyed. You're walking way more than you ever expected in your life. TJ, I don't know who you are, why I subscribe, but keep going. Bye. Thank you, TJ. That was inspiring. He doesn't know why he subscribed to me, and he doesn't know anything about my channel, but he wants me to keep going. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's going to get me through the rest of the day. You were one of the only YouTubers making more serious videos about Japan without acting like Ryan Boundless. Oh, all right, Kadu, you're an OG, man. You go way back. You know the deep lore. Converse All Stars. Yes, Tiger. That's what I wore. It was a bad idea. Never wear it. So she's completely right about this. Listen to her advice. Invest in some decent shoes. Make sure you have heel and ankle support and stuff like that. Get something really good, like hiking boots, pretty good. Cross trainers, stuff like that. Um, yeah, I guess Kadu too. Like that was always my goal. It was always just to give a balanced view because I had so many people like the craziest like people who are angry at you that you live in Japan, like not Japanese people. I'm talking other gaijin who are angry, especially when you tell the truth about Japan, where you're just like, yeah, it's not like an anime show, like no one cares about your favorite anime movie or manga or anything like that. No one wants to talk to you about stuff like that. No, nobody will know how to speak English to you, even if you see them doing the same hobby as you. Don't assume that they can speak English. What's wrong, bud? Uh-huh. All right. Can you do a different mod? Ugh. All right. Can I help you out in just a bit after I finish eating? Sorry, I just had Deco sit down here and why don't you just try to restart your computer, see if that helps. Sometimes it's just like a overload of the cache. I've always lived in. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Relax. What are you doing? Oh, okay, okay. Don't be careful. Sorry, guys. My son's having a bit of a fit back there. Ryan Balance, do you know this is kind of crazy, Kadu? So I don't know if you know, but recently, um, I moved so that now my life is for the winter months, I'm here in America, and then for summer, I'm back in Japan. I'm still back in the same place in Osaka. Um, I moved back here and I'm in Florida, right? Ryan Boundless also lives in Florida too right now. He actually lives in his car in Miami. And like people, a lot of viewers here have been like, why don't you go interview him? Well, first of all, Miami's like super far from me. Um, but I have said if I ever run into him, like if for some reason our paths cross in Florida, I will definitely interview him. I'm getting a bit noxious. I'm gonna head out. All right, buddy. Have a great night, Striker, or day, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. Um. Anyway, let's
It's
continue.
like coming to Tokyo is time to flex your fashion harder than you flexed in your life, but tourists typically walk like 20,000 steps a day here, so maybe take it easy on the heels and flip-flops. And when it's sunny and hot here, people tend to add layers instead of taking them.
Okay, she's right about that too. I gotta give her credit. It was the most, to me, it almost seemed like psychotic. Like I was like shocked because in, Florida where I grew up, I mean, you wear less and less the hotter it gets. A lot of people walk around without shirts on in my neighborhood. When it's summertime. All right, are you getting out of here? Go ahead, go. And I got to Japan, and I'm just gonna keep talking as I move. And people are wearing like long sleeves and like these special. Oh, that's why. This is probably the problem you're running into. You have a huge update to do, man. I know. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, my son's having a problem with a Minecraft mod, so I'm just helping him out. And when I'd get to see people during the summer, they'd have these like long black sleeves on and like gloves on and these hats that like look like, imagine if Darth Vader did gardening. That's kind of what these hats look like. They have like, you know, um a bill on it that's like, the see-through visor bill, but it comes out like way bigger and like covers their whole face. It's like I said, it's like if Darth Vader did gardening in his backyard. That's what he would wear. Yeah, Tiger, I'm not joking about that. He actually, I mean, maybe he finally found a place. I don't know currently what his situation was. It is like right this second. Last time I checked, though, he was living in his car in Miami. RA1, what's up, bud? I already said hi, but um, I love those hats. Beekeeper mode. Yeah, beekeeper mode. There you go. And have you ever noticed the Japanese wear like heels like a lot? And like but they'll still start to walk like really fast in them, like in a way that like I don't know, I've never seen Westerners do the same thing, like walk this fast or wear them so many different places. They kind of move like RoboCop. Like look how they pick up their feet when they're moving with like really big high heels. Like a lot of the girls walk like RoboCop. um I like Chinese summers, sweaty 50-year-olds and wife beaters yelling at people. Actually, you bring up a good point, Bryce. Wife beaters in general, and when we're saying that, guys, we're not, I don't know if anybody knows the lingo. I know I have an international community here. This is usually called a wife beater. You can call it a tank top, but like they're often in a slang called wife beaters. Nobody wears those in Japan. They're very uncommon. Um, I think in general they're seen as pretty dasai, which means like kind of lame. My stomach is upset. Vertigo sucks. Oh no, Grumpy, I'm sorry. Lay down real quick. Take a break. All right, let's see what else Megan has to
Away.
say.
A lot of people don't like
Yeah, they wear these. This is crazy to me. Like I had to wear them all the time to cover up my tattoos. So probably everybody thought like, "Oh my God, he must have the most wonderful skin." His skincare and like his conditioning for his skin, beautiful. Love it.
tanning, so you'll see them use these armbands to protect from UV rays. But in all honesty, most tourists aren't gonna blend in anyways, so wear whatever makes you feel good.
All right.
Don't make my
Okay, 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 that's enough. Okay, good positive message there at the end, Megan. Thank you. All right. But honestly, like the whole like covering up your shoulder, like I mean, maybe if you're out in like the countryside, that might be more true. That people are way more conservative. I don't know. I lived in like the deep, deep city. Wife beaters are lame if you've never met Scott Ackerman. He's styling. I I don't know. You know why I like these? The main reason I like these is I can wear a button up over top. And so I come to work and I'm like, dressed up in a nice collared shirt. And then as I start to do like a bunch of art projects through the day, because I'm always doing like 50 million things for my school as far as art projects are concerned, I can take off the button-up shirt and like cool off while still, if I have to go back outside my classroom, I can look classy again. The weirdest thing to me is about how her video is the face she keeps making towards the camera. Yeah, I don't know. She's got some goofy ones. Okay, let me hold on. Let me check this problem out, and then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Hitobito here. All right.
Look, it's like you just try to like this thing just come out like on everything. So
A profile is a collection of mods.
I think I have too much mods downloaded.
Okay. What is this mod? We'll just say new. Okay. Create. Where'd it go now? Oh, here, probably here. Okay, and then we'll go to mine. Oh, you have 89 mods installed? Yeah, you might actually have like, holy cow, man. Okay, and then let's search new. We called it.
Some mods too.
No, I guess not. Okay. Yeah, maybe try deleting some. How do you spell mod?
How you doing mod?
Oh. So my mods, right? Right click. You see this? Here, hold on. Back. Back. Okay, right, this button here. Click this. And then you see the trash can?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I think it's the first one, isn't it? Wait, where'd you go? Go back up to the top. Okay, you're going too fast, man. I don't know. I can't find it that way. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just. Okay. Okay. Rules for working in Japan. Should we talk about it here? Oh yeah, Discord. Hey, yeah, Karu, join our Discord, man. Dude, that'd be awesome. I have like another creator in the Discord. I think right now I don't have anybody in there in the Discord that also makes videos. We have a lot of artists in there. All right. Isn't Japanese beauty standard keeping the skin as white as possible? Yeah. Well, I mean that's why they wear like the cover-ups and stuff. Yeah, you're totally right, Blue Steel. In fact, there's even skin bleaching products, which my God, why? She's very Midwest mom coded. She'll make you a sandwich with too much mayo in a juice box. If I win the race, will she give me like cookies and a participation award? What happened? What's wrong? All right, we'll take a look at it later, man. We'll see what's going on. I think there's just some that like they have to be a condensed mod where they're connected with a bunch of other mods. Probably not everything. We had that problem before, didn't we? Oh well. Okay, so let's see her rules for working in Japan. See, the only thing is like she says rules for working in Japan, but like what job? Does she say what job? Because they're really different for every job.
The rules for working in Japan have gotta be the hardest part of living here. Cause what do you mean you can't leave work until your boss leaves? That
She's a telecommunication teacher.
clock strikes 6 and I'm done. I'm out, but not in Japan.
If you're a gaijin, you can still leave. Like the very rare that the gaijin has to stay with everybody else.
I've even heard rumors that the train doesn't run past midnight, so people are forced to go home from work. But that's just a theory, a train theory. I'm lucky this isn't an issue for me, but what is it?
Was that the Omeda Sky Build? What was that?
issue? Business cards. Cause I've learned there's an art to giving business cards. When you give yours, face it towards them, hand it over with 2 hands, and do a slight 30-degree bow. And when they hand you theirs, don't you dare put it away. Read their name and, more importantly, their titles.
This is actually true when you do get handed someone's meishi, which is a business card. Like, what I've heard. I mean, I guess I've never seen anybody do that either. Is don't stick it in your back pocket and then sit down. Like that's considered really rude. So you are like usually you will see people. They don't like sit there like, oh my god, I'm gonna read this information out loud. Like they usually put it on the corner of a table or like the side of a table, and they leave it there until the whole meeting's finished, and then finally put it away. Like that is seen as like a little more polite or respectful. You don't have to like, hit pause on life and like read everything out loud. She's kind of right.
So you can know where they stand in the hierarchy, which will come in handy later when you go out drinking with them. When the time comes to do cheers, make sure your glass is lower than your boss's or your
What? I've never heard that one before.
Clients to show that you know you're lower than them. But I kind of do like the rule about getting a free health check through your work every year. The exam helped me find out I'm allergic to cats and dogs.
That's a pretty good health check. In all honesty, yeah, it's true. Like the workplace is forced to give you a health check unless you're part-time, and then they don't have to do that. You do have to go and do that, and it's usually, I'm surprised she got checked for allergies. Usually they give you the most basic check ever, like super, super basic.
Dogs and houses, apparently. The rules for
Okay. All right, that one was like half and half. She got like half of this stuff right and half of it kind of like, what are you talking about? I've never seen like you got to keep your beer lower than the other person. You are supposed to like make sure you like do cheers and clink. Is that what you call it? Clink? Clink glasses before you drink. Like don't start drinking till everybody's done that. But it's like she made a list of the top 50 most popular videos in Japan. It's just paraphrasing all of them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is like manners in Japan. It's like the first things that come up. Like you could look them up in like a second. Some of them though, that you're just like, what are you talking about? She did one about like exit interviews, that like in Japan they have the most brutal exit interviews and they interrogate you about what your future job is. And I'm like, maybe that's like one very specific type of job they do that in, but I just leave. If I've quit a job in Japan, I just quit and I'm gone. Like I've never had like, what company are you going to? Yo, what? Don't raw dog Mount Fuji? She had to buy the oxygen thing? Oh, okay, all right, whatever. Sure, fine. Japanese bath, POV, your umbrella is stolen in Japan. Japan's floating trains. Isn't this only in Okinawa? I've never seen that well, maybe there's other parts of Japan. I don't know. Day in the life of an English teacher. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Day in the life of an English teacher in Japan.
Wait, do I need to wear mom jeans when I teach English there? I never did that. Oh, that's probably why I got fired all the time. I didn't wear those. I think that's true, but only in really traditional companies like Black. Okay. I've never heard that one. I mean, there's like a bunch of stuff like what are some that like, okay, so for example, like sticking your chopsticks in the middle of your food and letting them sit there, super rude because it looks like an incense burner for like someone's grave. That one is true, but I've also seen people do it and like no one cares, especially when everyone's wasted. I think one of the only table rule, like the only big manners rule I've ever seen where people are like, yo, whoa, stop, is like moving dishes with your chopsticks, because that's considered pretty gross, because you only move dishes with chopsticks when you're collecting the bones of like a cremation post-funeral. Oh, Aaron, what's up? Where is Ben, by the way? Is she keeping him? I don't know. She doesn't do these shorts with Ben. This one's actually called the Hito Bito, which I'm not sure like why she calls. I mean, I know what hitobito means, like crowd, group of people, whatever. The common people, the hoi polloi, the proletariats, the peons. Um, starting to get concerned about Ben. Someone do a wellness check. Ben, blink twice. If you're being tortured by Megan, blink twice, Ben. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's not as active on the shorts thing. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I wonder. I honestly, I'd like to ask her if Ben and her came to Japan together, like if they came as a couple or if they met in Japan. I don't know the deep lore about Megan and Ben. All right, guys, let's learn how to become an English teacher in Japan. You guys ready?
Japan. My contract is finally coming to a close, and I'm jealous of the person who comes after me because I have set them up. I even made my students write letters to themselves for the future so that they cry at graduation, because I'm an evil mastermind. Then lunch
Good handwriting. She's got excellent handwriting. I got to give her props on that.
today was my school's attempt at spaghetti. The Italians would be crying, but the worst part was actually the bread, because they really just expect you to raw dog it. No jam, no butter, no nothing.
Dude, that bread is so good. What is she talking about? I mean, yeah, she's right. They don't like, you're not, the bread isn't there though to be like a sweet treat. It's just like a balance for carbohydrate.
Just bread. No wonder my coworkers hate bread day. When I came back from my post-lunch wander around the school, I found that they left me snacks. But it left me craving even more, so I went to the nearest store and found some snacks that honestly deserve their own video. Like, Freud would have loved these, but this one was more up my alley. Day in the life.
What? That had nothing to do with English teaching whatsoever. What? So if I'm an English teacher, I need to find weird gummies? I don't, what? Start a parody channel called The Proletariats. And just give everybody like the complete wrong advice about Japan. Be like, did you know Kyoto used to be the capital of Japan because it's Tokyo spelled backwards? People be like, wait, what? No, it's not. What? You just keep up making up weird stuff that just doesn't. Let's see what else she's got.
No way. I got my body graded on a scale of A to F because that's what you do when you live in Japan.
What? If you go to the gym, they'll do that at a gym.
Almost all of the jobs here make you get a yearly health check. And
Yeah, but they don't. There's usually not like a body grade with your health check. Your health check is almost exactly the same as you would get in America.
I'm stressing because I've heard they're pretty strict. And leaving the clinic, everything seemed painless and fine, but... Okay, so I got my results. I literally got a C. I've never gotten a C in my life. And not only a C, but a C12. So they do give you a full breakdown of the tests that they did. And I got A's pretty much across the board, except for one thing. And don't worry, I've already Googled that, and Google told me I have 10 days left to live. But luckily, the Japanese government was a little bit kinder, gave me 12 months to get my shit together. Now, if they find anything even slightly...
Modify your lifestyle habits and follow up in 3 months. What the hell? What did she?
abnormal, you're probably going to end up in the B or C range, but D, E, and F...
Wait. Okay. Consult physician for further evaluation. Wait, what? Oh, these are like the different levels of like if you drop to that level. Okay.
Might be a little bit more urgent. And would you believe this, all this, cost me nothing, not a cent. No.
But why did you get a C, Megan? Honestly, knowing Japan, it was probably like, you're overweight. I mean, look, no, Megan's not overweight. I'm not actually calling her that. Like, she's not, okay? Like, she's perfectly fit. Seems perfectly healthy. But like, even me, like, I used to get like, they'd be like, you're slightly overweight for your size, and I'd be like, damn, really? And they'd be like, yeah, you might want to like lose some pounds. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Just, like their idea of like what you should be is like way lower weight than like what American, like I think what for 5'11" like me, 175 pounds is like the average weight. Like that's what they consider a healthy weight. If I could be wrong about that. Hey Alexa, what's a healthy weight for someone 5'11" male?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the ideal weight for a man who is 5'11" is between 155 to 189 pounds.
Okay, so I was pretty close. 155 or 189. Now, to give you an idea, I think How much? Uh, hey Alexa, what's 65 kilograms in pounds?
65 kilograms is about 143 pounds.
Yeah, so that's how much I weighed when they were like, you still need to lose some weight. I'm just like, yo, seriously? Like I can see my abs. Like what? So I mean, like I said, yeah, Megan's totally okay. She's fine, but probably they told her like lose weight, which is like it's insane sometimes. Hey, Ice, what's up, bud? Welcome back. What is your favorite Japanese band? Ooh, that's a good question. If I'm gonna say something like really poppy, like super popular, okay, I would go with Yalsobi. Um, but if I were gonna go with, oh, by the way, how many people? Oh, I have 0 people watching on the other channel. Okay. Um, actually, you know what? Hold on. Give me just a second here. Window capture. Um, Japanese girl metalcore. Yeah, Hanabi, but there's also another one. Like Baby Metal's probably one of my favorite, but Hanabi is another really good one. Like they're a really good girl death metal like grindcore band. And God dang it, what's the other one? I always forget. Like I have to look this up because I always forget the other one. It's called like Taken by the Scream or something like that. Uh, Dang it, I can't remember what they're called. Hanabi, probably my other favorite one. What about you? What about you, Karu? Karu, what music do you like from Japan yet? Have you gotten into any of it? Sambo Master or Arn and Seal? Arc Arc and Seal. I wanna hold on. I'm writing these down. Whenever somebody says what their favorite music is and stuff, hold on just a second. It's a up here. Uh-oh. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on. You see this guy falling asleep over here? I'm gonna take him to make sure he goes to bed. Hey, buddy, buddy, buddy. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. Come on. Here. Come on. Come on. You're good. You're good. Grab onto me. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I got you. I got you. You good? I'll bring your phone, okay? Okay, bud. Have a good rest. Sorry. Sometimes he'll like fall asleep on the couch, and if I don't catch him, like as he's falling asleep on there, then later, like it'll become like probably late enough that it's his bedtime, and it's a huge struggle to get him off of there. Um, so I always try to make sure he's like comfy and in bed and like, Atarashi Gakko. I don't know. Sometimes I really like Atarashi Gakko. Like they do like a really cool song, and like of course their dancing is like amazing. Um, but sometimes they do a song where I'm just like, ugh, God, like the lead singer can't sing. I'm not a great singer either. I'm not comparing it to myself, but like she doesn't really have like a great voice or anything. She just kind of like shouts or chants, kind of. Um, oh, it won't be nap time for him, Aaron. He'll sleep all the way until the next morning. He When he sleeps, he goes hard on sleeping, man. Um, the boredom is cool if you like experiment. The boredom. Okay, hold on. I don't want to forget what you just typed in there before. Just okay, hold on. I'm typing these down real quick. Sambo Master. Oh shoot. Okay. Actually, it's funny. I collect all the bands people write down whenever they talk about something they like. And what was the other one? Arc. That's what I had to look up. Arc and Seal. And what was the other one? The Boredom? Okay. There's so many bands I need to know. Yeah, in Japan I was considered overweight. I mean, there was okay, to be fair. So you guys know, like when I used to be big into like bodybuilding, I would do like bulks and cuts and stuff. So especially during my bulk phase, I think the heaviest I ever got up to was, what would 95 kilograms be? It's like 180 something or 100. Hey Alexa, what's 95 kilograms in pounds? Oh no, I wasn't that big. I wasn't 200 plus pounds. I never got that fat. What do we got? 98 KNLBS. Oh no, I was never. No. I must have that wrong. Actually, okay, wait. 190. There we go. Oh, 86 kilograms was the heaviest I ever got up to. I was 190 pounds. Like that's crazy for me. Like I was, I was, I looked like I was like a pregnant man. Um, I don't know, like, people definitely are like, oh, whoa, are you okay? Are you sick? They'll ask you, they'll say like, are you sick? Wagaki. Wagaki. Glay is very popular still. And some of the band names, okay. Glay, first of all. How about this band name? Mr. Children, right? He's popular too. I mean, his band is popular, but like, what a band name, right? Like in America, people like Mr. Children. And then the worst name ever, which they're good. Like the music's good, they're fine, they're totally okay people, and the band's good. Bump of Chicken. Bump of Chicken. Like I understand what they were trying to go for. They're pretty much trying to say like Goosebumps, right? But that sounds so gross. Like the Bump of Chicken. Hmm. What kind of disease does he have? He's got Bump of Chicken disease. Uh-oh. Guess I'll start digging his grave. Um. All right. Sushi Sunshine 2000. I see you're streaming on 2 channels. Yes, I am right now, Sushi Sunshine. I'm kind of doing an experiment. Oh, I see. Okay, you know what I need to do? Here's a problem I'm running into. I need to make sure I see both. Hmm. How can I do this? Okay, give me a second. I need to set up something where I can see both. Because what's happening is people are coming on that other channel and trying to talk to me, and I'm missing it. Sorry if I cut off here for a second. It's because I went too far out of range with the Bluetooth. Okay. Here we are. Okay. I need to keep this plugged in because this phone will die like in 1 second. This is kind of an old phone. Oh, I need to do switch. Wait, the orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. There we go. What? You can't do horizontal streaming? Okay, fine. Give me a second then. Okay. How can I fit this in here? I'll have to figure this out later. Oh shoot, what did I just do? Dang it. Okay, there we go. Oh shoot. Okay, there we go. All right. This way I don't miss anything. Sushi Sunshine, thank you for like getting my attention for that. Being like, yo, dude, I was just on the other place and like you weren't saying anything. Um, okay. Let me do this. Is there a way I could? Hmm. There's got to be a better way I can like set this up so I can see it at the same time. Dang. Ugh. Maybe that's the best way. Okay, that's probably the best way. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Ningen Isu. That's another good one. Okay. Oh, I can recommend another one. You guys have probably heard of this band though. Ikimonogatari. I think I spelled that right. You don't snort your chicken. No, I don't actually. Do you think Japanese girls under 50 kg are too skinny? Well, I mean that kind of depends on how tall they are, Pepgard. Are we, if they're 6'4", yeah, that's too skinny. Um, you got to tell me what height we're talking about. I'm 4'11", 43 kilograms. Yeah, see, like that's not bad. Sushi Sunshine, you just I you made me remember this whole thing. Okay, so first of all, Sushi Sunshine says one of the Japanese boy bands from the 90s that has a questionable name is Kinky Kids. Okay, so here's something that you just reminded me of a news story I remember reading about. So there's, Kinki is a prefecture in Japan. It's, Kinki. And there's Kinki University, right? And Kinki College. And they changed the name of the schools because they had so many people, so many like foreigners buying the shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies from Japan and like wearing them around as like a joke. And like they didn't understand until finally someone explained, like, why do we keep getting all these foreign orders for our Kinky University? And someone finally explained it to the university and they're like, what? Oh no. So they actually had to change. I forget which one it was. It was either a Kinky University or Kinky Kids. I mean, sorry, Kinky Kids or Kinky College. Um, yeah, that first of all, that name is it just doesn't work. I remember I had a friend and he worked for a daycare, like an English speaking daycare, and the person who started it had called it Creamy Kids. Ew, creamy kids. There's a K-pop band called Shine. Oh, but it's supposed to be pronounced like shiny. Oh no, big fail. Hey Dan, what's up, man? Welcome back, dude. Haven't seen you around in a while. I just learned something about Japan from you. I had no idea there was a prefecture in Japan named Kinki. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kinki Daigaku. Oh, Kindai. Oh, so okay, Kato, you know. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they changed it to. Isn't that funny as heck, man? Ningen Isu. I'm still writing down band names. Actually, if you want to listen to like a really amazing band, there's one called Crossfaith. It sounds like it'd be like a religious band. I don't know. I've never read their lyrics. Maybe they are religious. I don't know. It's incredibly good. The lead singer's Japanese. He can switch between like melodic singing and like death metal vocals. It's really good. Kinky professors. My favorite would be like Dr. Kinky. Been busy, but hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, man. I'll be doing even better once this week finishes and my Christmas, well, I can't call it Christmas break. Sorry. 12 years of Catholic school, we think of it as Christmas break. It's called winter break. I work in a school with many, many different faiths. Um, but I did grow up in Catholic school where it was always called Christmas break. So it's hard to break that habit. She liked a band called Spitz. Nice. One band name I'll never understand, and this band's actually pretty popular. They're just called like Green. And like, while I think that's funny, I feel like it would also make it difficult to like find your band's info online because you're like, wait, how many E's? Their music didn't sound bad. It just their name was awful. Yeah, there's so many bands like that where I'm like, dang, this band sounds awesome. What's their name? And you're like, oh no, I don't want to tell anybody that I listened to Glay. Glay. I know this band's pretty good. Like, I mean, they're really good. They've got actually like a really wild history, but I think it's like the worst band name ever. Japan X. Like, why? Like, if it just feels like you couldn't think of a name. You're like, what are we gonna call our Japanese band? How about Japan? Japan. How about just Japan X? Oh yeah, it sounds awesome. Now, if you were called like American X, people would think like you were like a Nazi band or something like that. Sorry, can't say that word. It's probably got my video demonetized now. Do you have any stories about having to use old technology in Japan to get a bank account for a job? Yeah. Or use a fax machine or seals. Yeah. Um, to get my loan I got a loan to start my school, which I've paid off. I'm very happy I have. I had to get like this crazy stamp. Like, so you have your Honko, right? Everybody knows the Honko stamp. It's just like your name, which mine just literally would say Sakoto, which I think is so silly. And also, I think Hanko is like the worst technology ever. Everybody's always like, "Oh, it's so convenient. You don't even have to sign. You just stamp your name." Well, guess what happens sometimes with Hankos? And this happened to my wife. People can easily steal your identity because they just press that Hanko into like a resin keeper, and then they can make a copy of your stamp and like forge your signature everywhere. Whereas like your hand, nobody can forge your hand signature. This Hankos are a really bad idea. Um, I had to get this one Honko that is like a giant square Honko of my first and last name, like super big and in katakana. And it, I found out the reason you have to have this made is there's like pages of the loan documents that can't just have um, an initial stamp on it. They have to have what's called like a page break stamp. So if the papers get separated, they can match up the Hanko on both sides and make sure it's the right Hanko for the person who signed the loan. And it's like this giant square that goes between both. And I had to get one of those made one time where I'm just like, why are we using all these stamps? Um, Another one that's like ancient technology is the first district I ever went to was kind of like in a backwater kind of area called Sakuragawa, and they didn't have computers like or the computers they had were just like dot matrix printers, and their logbook for new foreigners in the area was like literally handwritten. Like they're like, "Oh, you're a new foreigner here. All right, go ahead and input your information." And I'm like, "Which computer do I go do it on?" And they're like, "No, no, no, here." This giant like Bible-sized like folder full of papers. They're like, "Just fill all in the information here and you just write it in." And I'm like, "Okay, so then where do I input this into?" And they're just like, "No, we just keep everything on paper, handwritten here." And I'm just like, "What? What if someone's got like bad handwriting? What if the place catches fire? What do you do?" How um Mass of Fermenting Dregs is a cool that's the name of the whole band, Mass of Fermenting Dregs. Um my uncle introduced me to Japan X. They got good music, but the name is so bad. Yeah, yeah, like Japan X is really good. Actually, like you should if you ever want to read the most insane history ever of like, like most people think of Japanese bands like they don't get that crazy. Like they don't do some of the stuff that American bands have done, where it's like And then they found him in the middle of playing the drums with a heroin needle still stuck in his arm. And as soon as they pulled it out, they took him to the hospital. And after the hospital, he put another heroin needle in his arm. And that is the story of Aerosmith and every other hair band that's ever existed. After they got in a bus accident, he lost both arms and both legs and was still able to play the drums with his mouth. Like, it's always a story like that. Um, but in Japan, for the most part, bands are pretty like laid back. They don't get that crazy. They don't have these insane road trips. They don't have horrible, misfits and hotel breaking outbursts and stuff like this. But Japan X, like some of the members in there, have just like they did crazy stuff and things. Like they were like for real. I don't know. I guess maybe it was like they wanted to live like hair metal bands do in America, and they went straight hair metal band attitude, manners, craziness, etc. Dude, Sushi Sunshine, dude, you got the jokes, man. Could Japan X be Elon Musk's favorite band? I love it, dude. Oh my god. I think you missed it, but I recall. Oh, one coin meal in Japan from Megan. I can't quite pinpoint why this video is so funny. Oh, yeah, let's do it, bud. Yeah, sorry, Kato, you're gonna find I'm kind of all over the place when I'm doing these. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Okay, it's called the Hito Bito. All right. All right. Buying a breakfast, getting dinner with only one coin. Is it there? They have one coin a meal in Japan. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, give me just a second here. Um,
In Japan, you can get breakfast with just 1 coin. This place is seriously so cheap. I don't know how they're not losing money on this. I got to go full iPad kid while ordering, and actually there's an even cheaper breakfast than the one I got, but I wanted some meat, so, And while I was waiting, I saw this worker help this old man use the iPad to order, and it was honestly so sweet. The service is so much better than what I'm about to pay for. Anyways, this is what I got. Since moving to Japan, I've become a huge fan of putting raw eggs on rice. I don't know if that's weird to you, but I love it. The miso was
Well, she's the first person to ever do that, guys. Before Megan got to Japan, nobody ever put raw egg on rice. I mean, tamago gaki gohan's been around for like probably centuries, but Megan, she fucking broke the code, dude. She figured it out, man. Damn.
absolute perfection, but this came with onions, and I can't let that slide. After picking those out like a freaking 5-year-old, I made these little wraps. Everything was super good. And
What? She like made her own sushi for this, like kind of like. I think other Japanese watching would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, that's a little strange. That's okay. All right, fine. That's okay.
honestly, this is about as cheap as a meal gets in Japan, and it was super filling. I can't believe I actually got change after eating all that. In Japan,
Dude, I can't believe she got change after eating all that. Why doesn't she call it sukiyaki? Like, why don't she want to say the restaurant name? Um, yeah, I mean, dude, that must have been so like the people sitting next to her were probably like, "What the hell is she doing?" Um, you usually what you do is you actually take the seaweed nori, right? And you pick it up with the chopsticks and you pinch the food. So you'll drop it in there first, right? You'll drop it in there. Like you can pick it up and drop it in there, it's fine. But you pinch the nori, the seaweed, with the chopsticks to grab the food. But no one like holds it and starts scoop. Like that would be really weird. That would be like the equivalent to like you're eating soup and someone hands you bread and you open up the bread and start dumping soup in there. Like that's the equivalent to what she's doing. Like people would be like, "Yo, what? Are you okay?" It kind of feels like what an AI would churn out from watching a bunch of JYE. Dude, that's a good. I like it. I like it. I like it. That was pretty. Yeah, I've never. What is she doing? Was this like her first week in Japan? Because she's got to know, like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, I don't. Oh, Megan, you silly Willy. I don't know of any place in America that. Okay, well, let me tell you guys straight up. When I went to Japan back in 2007, when I first moved there in 2007, food was way more expensive there than it was in America because America was still very cheap. Now the roles have completely flipped. Japan is cheap as hell when it comes to food. If I were to buy a family of four, all like value meals from McDonald's here in Florida, we're looking at about 45 to $48, getting close to 50, right? So like, I got them all like number 2 and number 4, number 3 and another number 1. It's about 45 bucks now. All right? And that's not even upsizing anything, all right? If I were to buy the same meal in Japan, you're looking at about 20 to 22 bucks. That's it. It's insane. Like Japan's so much cheaper now. Like so they still have like the 2007 prices of when I went there. Uh, but like America's inflation as far as food is concerned has just gone insane. Like one of the biggest shocking things when I moved here again. Mark, what's up, dude? Welcome. Oh shoot, what's going on with my uh-oh. Why is my screen? Hold on. I've got some kind of weird malfunction going on with display. Where is it at? Don't forget what you're looking for, Scott. Display. There we are. I don't remember doing this, but somehow you ever have that with your phone? Um, you don't ever touch the screen display or the brightness, but suddenly your phone's like way too dark and you don't know why. And then you go into like display brightness and it's turned down like an insane amount. And you're like, when did I do this? I don't remember doing this. All right. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, back to it. Um, yeah, well, the biggest problem with Japan is oh shoot, what the heck do I have this? Oh, I've got some oh, I see what's going on. This part's cutting it off. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is everybody's name cut off? Um, the problem with Japan is prices have stayed pretty low. Tax has gone insane. Tax has gotten like higher and higher and higher since the day I moved there. But the reason stuff has to stay cheaper is because salaries have stayed the same since 2007. Like I was still earning a miserable amount of money like by the time I, switched careers. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dan, you're right. It's still in 2010 it would have still been pretty expensive. It's crazy cheap now. Chuck E. Cheese might come to the UK, but they're gonna get rid of the animatronics? What's the point then? What That's all Chuck E. Cheese is known for. Otherwise, it's just cheese. Karu, at some point, Grokaru, at some point, man, if you're down for it, before, like, don't feel any obligation to stay on this stream at all. I mean, I know after you move to Japan, you're like, I don't want to listen to a bunch of stuff about Japan anymore. So don't feel any obligation. But if you're down for it, official unrested. Uh, Email me something for like a video idea at some point that you want to do. If you're down, that you'd be okay to collab with. I would love to be able to collab. I've been trying to do this for a little bit now since I've gotten really back into making videos. If you would be down to collab on a video, I'd really like to be able to collab with some of the new I don't know. I'm not going to call you guys J vloggers because I feel like J vlogging kind of died already. Just the new Japan YouTubers. You and a guy named William in Japan are like two of the newest ones I've seen recently, and I'd like to start to number one promote because I want to see a new generation. I want to see like maybe this is crazy. This is my crazy thought. Like there would be a new generation of J vloggers. Like maybe the whole thing would get started back up again. There'd be a community. I'd love to see community kind of grow within our whole realm of talking about Japan. But I just always want to promote newcomers. I mean, you're not kind of you're kind of already established. You seem to have a pretty good following already. But I just like I said, I always try to pay it forward. Um, we can go to Sukiya, but only if we eat a one coin meal. And while you're holding your nori, I'll hold mine over here, and then we can scoop rice into each other. So that every Japanese person in there is like, yo, what the fuck? Dude, yeah, okay. The video choice, like the topic or anything, it's up to you. It's totally yours. I'm down to do whatever. Um, we can collab in any way you want. It could be like a live stream collab, or it could be like a JFAQ collab, like a frequently asked questions collab, or like one where you like do half the video and I do half the video. It's totally up to you. I want to give you full creative freedom. I honestly want to do a pair. Dude, okay. You got a good idea. Okay, why don't we do? Let's do a collab of like fake things about Japan. All right, we'll just go back and forth. We'll edit it together. We'll be like, in case you didn't know, in Japan, and like we'll just make up like a bunch of fake stuff about Japan, right? There's a special dance you need to do to flag down a taxi, and then we'll just do like pata pata dancing or something like that. Um, let's do that. All right, let's make a series of just like useless tips that are totally not real and like are obviously like fake about Japan. Oh, we should definitely do one about like how robots, like everybody has a robot in Japan. That like we should also be like Japan is like way far in the future as far as technology is concerned. Like people don't even use public transportation; they teleport. All different types of like great tips like that. Um, No, no, we don't, okay, I understand what you mean. You say you don't want to start any drama or attack her. We don't need to. We don't need to. Let's just make up our own. All right? Let's make up our own like totally worthless tips about Japan. Um, for example, like you know how they have that like big book of like you can order this from Japan and it's like a mop that attaches to your baby. And so when your baby crawls, it like mops the floor. But these are just totally like niche ideas. Niche. Am I saying it right? They're totally like niche products. Like they're not real things that people can buy in Japan, but people think like all this is like, or that like vending machines have like, all kinds of weird crap inside. Like let's just make up a bunch of those and just be like absurd. All right, all right. Um, yeah, we can do that. We can discuss some of them on live stream and stuff like that. You know what we should do? Um, okay. You've actually got me thinking of an even better. Okay, so let's do a video that mixes parody, like us just showing like how fake some stuff about Japan could be. Like be like, before you go to Japan, find a favorite anime and make sure you act like your favorite character from that anime so that Japanese people can relate to you. Um, let's let's do our own parodies of that, but let's also like phase it between us reacting like you and I let's stream together. We'll live stream you and I both collab together and let's pick out videos that are just like BS about Japan and like we'll debunk it. Like we can pick out like we'll have to take some time because I'll have to research like, just find out. It's not going to be hard. We'll find a bunch of channels that are, oh, hey, Art the cat. What's up, bud? Here, Art. Let me give you, oh, shoot. What did I do? Give me a second, Art. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Oh God, this guy's face. It's very punchable. Um, Let me close this window down. Okay, there we go. Um, let's do a collab of just like you and me. Like we can live stream this too, but where we bring up videos and we debunk like anything we think is like ridiculous. Um, Take some time and like just research like whatever videos you want to talk about as far as like fake stuff in Japan. For example, top 25 things about Japan. There's like a video, the channel's literally called Top 25. And like everything they have about Japan's just total garbage. Like it makes no sense at all. They'll be like, "Did you know Japanese people wear a ramen bib?" And it's like this thing that goes all the way. And they wear these so that their clothes aren't splattered by the ramen they eat. And it's just like, no, what? Nobody. What are you talking about? Like nobody wears something like this. I've never seen it. Um, a spooky hike collab with Softy Papa. Yeah, dude, we're gonna do that. Softy Papa's got like some of the best scary stories, guys. He's like got a bunch of paranormal tales. I don't know if you guys know from his past, but he used to collect antiques and sell them online. That was his business in the past. So he's got like all these stories connected to this stuff. Sukiya ending with, so what is the meaning of life? Wait, were you on the stream last night, Grokaru? Because we had a guy who came on about the meaning of life. Did you watch my stream about that dude with like who's like, what is the meaning of life? Did you see that? You're giving me some PTSD from last night's stream. That guy was, I don't know what his deal was, what was going on. And you can make fun of people as well. We don't want to. Well, Grokaru's got a very important point here where he says he doesn't want to start any beef or drama, and I completely agree with him on that. I've had all the beef from my sukiyaki beef bow that I could ever want. Um, oh wow, really? That's good. Dude. Don't even waste your time watching him. But this guy came on last night with like three different accounts, and he was like, "What is the meaning of life? You don't know, but I do." And every once in a while, you get a real weirdo who tries to like proselytize to you while you're streaming, and it was one of those nights, man. Some of the pictures from when him and his wife were working in the antique store are still floating around. Dang, that's so cool, dude. Softy Papa's such a badass, dude. Do you guys know Grokaru, do you know Softy Papa? Kurt? Like he's so cool, dude. He's like the nicest J vlogger I've ever met in my life. His most famous video is his uh yeah, he has one where maybe I'm surprised it doesn't come up first. It's him holding the wasp. No, I guess it's not up there. Anyway, there's one where he's like literally holding that giant Japanese wasp. It's insane. Um, I think we can find a nice enough way to make fun of people as long as we don't target the same person every time. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, we'll. Okay, this is what we got to discuss in the email and stuff. We'll go back and forth and figure out everything we're gonna do to make this work out. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Softy Papa recently moved back to Japan. Like, I don't know if you know, he took a job back in America. He worked for a big corporate company to like save up a bunch of cash because let's be honest, you're getting paid tons compared to what you're getting paid in Japan when it comes to corpos. And now he's decided to move back to Japan to retire. So he's been popping in here every once in a while and been talking about the move back. And like, dude, man, that guy, he's hardcore, dude. He's got like some of the best ghost stories ever and like just the stuff he did. Softy Papa was the first J vlogger I started watching, and the Suzume bot. Oh, really? Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's awesome that he knows all about that. Blade running, Japan in the 80s. All right, we'll talk about putting this whole video together. Man, I can't wait, dude. This is gonna be the most fun. I haven't gotten to collab in so long. I'm trying to get anybody new J vlogger that I find. Like, I'm trying to get them into doing collabs. I don't care if it's with me or what. I just want to see collabs happen again, and I want to see like a community build up again. I really miss the fact that we don't have a big community anymore. Wow, he only had 28,000 subscribers. I thought he had like way more. I thought he was like way bigger than me. Retiring in Japan is the ultimate dream. Yeah, dude. I'm so happy for him, dude. Um, his his daughter moved to America with him, and she was like so pissed off. I remember him telling me like she was so pissed off that she had to move to America, so anti-America. She went to a great university there, found an awesome group of friends, and is now like super successful, like going for a career out there. And like so he doesn't have to worry about her anymore. He doesn't have to worry about his kids anymore. He gets to go back to Japan, and like with a bunch of savings, a 401k from America, and just retire with his wife and live out his dreams bicycling and making videos about Japan, dude. He's living the dream. He's living the dream, man. If anybody deserves it, it's Kurt. I've never met a more genuinely nice, like good-hearted person ever within the J-vlogging community. Such a good dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, Grokaru. Like, we'll talk this over. You've got some great ideas already with doing like mockumentaries of people talking about things about Japan that are facts about Japan. Is J-vlogging not as big as it used to be? I think I can remember you did a video about it, and you reminded me of this girl called Kararajin 13. I must have unsubscribed to her. No, no, you didn't unsubscribe. Well, maybe you did unsubscribe, but um, you know, you're totally right. Like she used to be big. And I did a video about her. You know, she actually came onto the video and like left a comment. Like this, she left this like epic comment. Okay, wait, wait. I was gonna make a video about how the community has changed here because a ton of younger streamers moved here recently and kind of took over the YouTube space. You know, like I'm happy to hear that. Like the only thing I ever worry about is that you have somebody like Johnny Somali who like ruins it for, you know, I don't want to say like people like us who are genuine, like, but you know what I mean, like for regular everyday like common man want to work in Japan type gaijin who, you know, just want to document what life is like, you know, the struggles, the victories, you know, the good, the bad, you know, want to give a balanced take. And like I hate when I see it get ruined like with people like Johnny Somali or Logan Paul or whatever. Kanada Jin was crazy. Well, I don't want to diagnose her, but yeah, crazy. She was, man, she was quite a character, dude. Hmm. It was the weirdest thing ever was the time she like called me and like tried to like explain all this stuff about her life. Like I had never talked to her before. Like I made a video about the drama between her and what's their face? Something in June. Her husband's name I forget. And June. Um, I was like really confused why they were fighting. So I did a video about it, explaining it to my viewers because I had to research it and explain it. And then um, she, like, it wasn't until like months later, but she called me and then like she's like, "The video you made, not everything in that's true." Like she was like out of breath. That's why I'm like talking like shit. And she's like, "I gotta explain." And then she like went on this like rant where like I couldn't even get a word in like edgewise, like not angry, not yelling at me or anything like this, but just like spilling so much information about her life and just like so fast that she ran out of breath, like to a point where like she's and I'm like, hey, 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 calm down, stop, take a deep breath. You don't need to tell me everything all at once. I'm here. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna wait. Just take a deep breath. Are you sitting down? Like just relax for a second. You can tell me everything. It's okay. You don't need to rush. Like I'm not gonna hang up. And she's like, okay, okay, sorry, but some people just like hang up and it makes me start crying. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. Just tell me what's going on. And like, it was the weirdest encounter. I felt bad for her. I also like at the same time knew like half the stuff she was saying was like a complete lie, and half of it was just complete crazy. And I was just like, oh my God, this girl is all over the place. What is going on? How did she get herself in this deep with her lies and like the weird stories she made up? And yeah, I like a lot of the newer people, but the dynamic is kind of different. It's less about them living in Japan and more them streaming and just going out and having fun. I mean, I guess that's cool. Like, I like that people can show the different ways to enjoy life in Japan. I don't know. The only thing I would maybe have a qualm with is that going out and just filming, like a lot of places in Japan aren't so stoked about you just filming wherever, whenever, randomly, and going in there and doing that. Um, so I hope when they do it, like they ask the establishments and stuff, and you know. But I mean, that is cool. I like to see a balanced mix. There's only one Japanese lady who I'm still subscribed. Tomoko, dude, Tomoko is the nicest lady ever. Give me a flame, man. Give me a flame, man. I like that. Yeah, Tomoko's awesome. I've met her two times at like a meetup in uh oh God, where was it? Shitanoji and it was someplace in Nagoya. I can't remember the name, but she was super nice. Mostly seemed pretty nice though. Who doesn't seem to be as active as he used to be? Although, oh, Victor, yeah, he's still kind of getting back. So okay, I gotta kind of explain. It's not that Victor doesn't want to make videos. That guy has like a mad passion to film everything he can. Um, what he's going through right now is just the super busy phase of raising children. I know because I went through this too. It was like really hard to get videos out during this time when your kids go between the ages of like I think they're like what between 3 to 6 years old, you're doing so damn much extra stuff to get your kid to and from school, extracurricular activities. They still can't take care of themselves in any way as far as like, maybe they can get dressed, but you still need to bus them, book them, ride them, drive them everywhere they need to go. You need to be there for almost everything they're in as far as like school hop yokai, school sports day, everything like that. So you're like super busy as a parent during that age, and that's kind of what he's having to go through is like just make it through all those different events and everything. But I bet you see like once his kids get to like mid elementary school age, I'll bet you his video production picks up a bunch more because finally your kids are like a little more independent and stuff like that, where they wake up, get dressed, walk to school, finish school, walk back, like all this stuff. So you'll see him start to pick up again. Oh yeah, Rachel and June. That's the name. That's what I was. I used to think Kanata Jin was cool until she started acting crazy. Honestly, I used to have a lot of respect for some of her videos about like how to save a buck in Japan, like Japanese fashion and stuff like that. And then yeah, dude, she got into that fight with Rachel and June over some sort of sponsorship from a Chinese clothing company. She started talking trash on a bunch of people's channels with sock puppet accounts, and like, it was so insane. And like the sock puppet accounts, like the thing that gave her away was like she's really, I hate to pick at this, but she's really bad at spelling. Like her grammar and spelling is like bad, bad. Like to the point that she makes the same spelling mistakes and same grammar mistakes everywhere she types. And so every single sock puppet account she made was like the same stuff over and over again, just kind of like recycled. And then what really kind of got her caught red-handed was, of course, um, Rachel and June. They had like crazy, like you know, you know, level 9,000 simp fans, um, and so did what's her name, Charla. Isn't she called like Charlamander? Like she goes by that name. She of course had like a bunch of massive simp fans, and like I'm not like trash talking that or anything like that. It's fine, right? To each their own. More power to them. Those fans were of course more than ready without even being asked. No one asked them to do this. Rachel and June didn't ask them. Charlotte didn't ask them to do this, but they tracked the IP address, right? They just did a who is on a lot of the comments, and like they all came from the same IP address. So even confronted with that information, like she still denied everything. She's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. Like it's this friend I have who's crazy and she's like a total psycho. I'll prove it to you by getting her to finally admit what she's done." So she calls this girl up and says, "Hey, I really need you to do something. Um, I have a guy stalking me, and I don't want him to find out that I don't want him to think it's like really me. I want him to be confused. So can you take a picture of yourself holding up a sign that says, 'This isn't Kanada Jin, it's me.'" And then I'm gonna send him that, and then he'll like totally be turned off from following me and like stalking me anymore. And that would really help me out a ton. Because this other girl lived in America, she lived in Japan, so she said like, can you help me get rid of a stalker by holding up this sign that says, "I'm not Kanada Jin," right? So this girl's like, "Yeah, of course. Like, that's so crazy. I'm sorry to hear you're going through that." And I've actually talked to the girl who held the sign up. like for Kanata Jin. I forget what her name is now, but go ahead. Go ahead. Jump up here. Go ahead. So she holds the sign up, and of course, right away, the thing Kanata Jin does is she takes that sign and this picture of a girl holding the sign up that says it's not Kanata Jin, it's me, and distributes it to everybody who's ever accused her of making those comments. And she said, "Look, see, this is the girl who did it. You know, you guys got owned. I showed you it wasn't me." And then of course, right away, that girl got like a ton of hate. Like people went after her like hardcore. They do a reverse image search on Google. They find her Facebook, they find her YouTube, and she starts getting like crazy trolls. So of course she comes out with a video. Is like, oh my god, like guys, I didn't know why I was holding up this sign. This sign was because she told me she was being stalked, not because she was making puppet accounts, like sock puppet accounts. And so she totally outed um, Kanata Jin after that because of course she doesn't want to take all this hate for Kanata Jin. And so again she gets outed a second time, and she gets outed in the worst way possible via screwing over a friend by making her take the blame for it. And you're just like, dude, you're not just like awful, you're awful times 1,000 by doing this to your friend. Like it's bad enough that you're making the sock puppet accounts that talk trash, but you'd throw your own friend under the bus to not take the blame for it. That's messed up. Anyway, long story, sorry. I'm not surprised she reacted like that for someone that was in the military. Wow. Wait, she was in the military? I didn't know that. What lies did she tell? I love Pete stuff, Premiere too. And of course, Chris. Tomoko is cool. I typed, give me a flake man. Name, give me a flame man. I remember he had kids. They must have grown up a bit. Yeah, the ages 3 to 6 period is rough. Mine turns 6 soon, so I'm almost done. Yeah, dude, until kids get to elementary school, like I can't to anyone who's never had kids, I cannot fully explain like how busy you are. Here, let's get the deco cam. I can't fully explain like how busy you are until you have kids yourself. And once you have them yourself, you'll understand like, "Oh, that's why Victor had no time." Yeah. No, her videos weren't bad. Tiger. We're not saying her videos were bad. It's like her downfall that was bad. It was bad and sad and ruined everything. Does she have thin skin? Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't even know if she has thin skin. I think like it was just really hard for her to take responsibility for what she had done. Like she was just really, I don't know. I don't know what happened to her that like that made her that way. There's something had to have happened in her life that she was like, man, it was she'd get super. She was first of all she was like crazy jealous of June, of Rachel and June. And what are you doing? You gonna start typing on the keyboard? Um, and Charlotte too. She was like crazy jealous of them. And I don't know why either, because she had more subscribers, I think, than Charlotte even. She had like 70K, which was like massive back then. Exposing a friend to internet mobs is crazy. Yeah. I wonder why she felt a need to do that. She was just, I don't know. I don't have any other good reason other than she was jealous. She was jealous of them. Um, she didn't like competition. And like I understand being competitive to a certain extent. Like back when I used to have people in the JVlog community where we'd try to see like who would get the most views and everything like that. It was, it was fun to compete with each other a little bit, but to be malicious about it's kind of disgusting, right? Like nobody respects that. Once people find out you're being malicious, like, doing a DMCA strike or like, just talking straight trash, what are you doing? Okay, thank you for putting tail in my face. Deco is typing up the script for the new JVlogger drama video. Nya, 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 nya. Scheduled for 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's fine. Um, Illuminati was not a J vlogger, but she was. Yeah, dude. I did a whole. Oh no, wait, not. I didn't do one on her. Yeah, Illuminati, man. What a crazy situation that was. Oh, hold on. You just reminded me of something. Let's talk about this video, guys. Um, um, dang it. Okay, I got. Hold on. Okay, there we are. God dang it. I'm trying to find this guy. Okay, so if you guys don't know this guy, Luigi, what I don't know how to say the guy's last name. The dude who killed the CEO, Magnoni. He has been to Japan, and he actually wrote like a bunch of stuff about how he would fix Japan. And I wanted to look at that video today. Dang it! It's such a I can't remember what the name of the YouTuber was. It was a really small YouTuber, and he had a video. Like he talks about Japan mostly. Um, wait, no, dang. Here it is. I found it. Patis. Wow, 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 wow. So loud, dude. Hold on. Wait until this stupid commercial finishes. Okay. All right, here we go, dude. I find it irritating when YouTubers do great videos and content, but are later revealed to be not good people. I guess we need to separate the art. Yeah, yeah. Did you guys see Chris Abroad did a video about Mr. Beast recently? It was really good. Like, I've met Chris in real life. Like, I hung out with him just at the start of his time on YouTube, and he seemed like he's like really logical with how he puts things together as far as like a plan for the future and stuff like that. That's mostly what I learned from him as far as like his thoughts on YouTube. Like he had a really concise business plan. Um, and he recently, he was having a conversation with Sea Dog about their thoughts on Mr. Beast, and like people really reacted to that video. So he finally made like a response video to that, and it's like really well put together, like why he thinks the stuff he does. The situation with Lord Deco is insane. Greatest video title ever. I love it. All right. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Why? What the hell? Why can I not? That's weird. What? Why is my text black on black? That's stupid. Okay. For some reason, I'm doing a comment right now. Oh, God. Okay. I'm doing a comment on YouTube, and for some reason, it's making my text black by default, and it's black on a black, the dark background for doing a React video to this on my. Sorry, I'm like, awesome. Ah, I can't see, dude. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. This is really annoying. Um, Hold on. Wait, what happened? Where'd it go? Shoot. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I'm trying to comment on this, right? Where did my comment go now? Fine. Can Why is it so stupid sized? All right, hold on. Yeah. Why is it like this, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, you see that? That's what I'm trying to see right now. Awesome research. And why is it doing this? Why is it defaulting to this in video? Ugh. Okay. God. See, look, now it's like white on black. Why the hell was it black on black before? Okay. We got to watch this, guys. So this is a video about the guy who killed the CEO. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to. Come on, grab the window. It's driving me nuts. There we go. All right. Can we make it like that side? Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's my first time ever trying to show a YouTube video. I've never done this before. I'm nervous. Okay, guys, I'm nervous. Okay, all right, all right, all right. I have a random question. Do you think it is worth it to move to Japan in 2024, 2025? Okay, before I answer that, what is your plan? What is your plan for income, Thomas? Tiger Thomas? Do you mean like to be an English teacher? This is my lima bean stream. Anybody signing on to Osadoshi right now, just watching me eat lima beans. That's it. Oh, and drink adrenochrome. Ah, what time is it? 6 o'clock? All right, we're gonna end it soon, but I want to at least get this video in there before we end it, okay, guys? All right, let's have a talk about this. Wait, what? Oh, I turned sound off. I was like, wait, why?
But what's interesting in all of this isn't just what he did, it's the ideas he had. Only a couple of months before he carried out his act, he spent some time in Japan. During his time there, he developed a lot of thoughts about what's wrong with the country and how to fix it. I'm going to break down the ideas he had, and together we're going to find out if Luigi Mangione's radical ideas could truly improve Japan. On a tweet made in April 18, 2024, Luigi calls modern Japanese urban environment an evolutionary mismatch for the human animal, and lays down a 5-step plan to revitalize Japan and fix its falling birth rates. The first step in his plan is to replace conveyor belt sushi and restaurant vending machine ordering with actual human interaction.
Okay, so first of all, before this guy answers, let me answer. That conveyor belt or Kaizen sushi is done for the actual niche idea of it. Like it's a unique thing that people enjoy going to. It's fun to eat it, collect the plates. There's actually even games involved sometimes where you can take the plate and put it into a slot machine. Like there's all these different reasons why people do Kaizen sushi. It's for the experience. There's way more, like he's saying they should have more where they sit in front of a waiter and actually talk. That's actually like probably 90% of sushi places. Kaizen sushi is the exception to the average sushi place. So he doesn't really know what he's talking about here. Like, I guess he went to one Kaizen sushi place, like conveyor belt sushi place, and thought most sushi places are like that. That is actually the exception. There is a few chains, there are some that do this, that are Kaizen sushi where it's conveyor belt, but even those have chefs and waitresses and waiters at it. So I don't know what he thought. I don't know if he really thought that every sushi place was conveyor belt sushi because he only went to one place. That's the only thing I can imagine. But 90% of sushi restaurants are literally you sitting right here and the waiter or the sushi chef is right in front of you. Like literally like you're the only thing dividing you is the glass with the fish underneath. So this is really like maybe my first day in Japan, I know everything type of situation. Like he really doesn't know what he's talking about here.
with a waiter. It's a noble
What?
idea,
Why did it? Where's the sound?
but sadly,
Why do I suddenly not have sound? What the hell's going on?
one that doesn't work
What? Wait, let me check the window. Do you guys have sound and I
in
don't?
Japan, with
Wait,
the
you guys have sound. I don't. Why not?
reason being that Japan simply doesn't have enough workforce to staff every
What the heck? Okay.
reason being that Japan simply doesn't have enough work. Noble idea, but sadly, one that doesn't work in Japan, with the reason the first step in his plan is to replace conveyor belt sushi and restaurant vending machine ordering with actual human interaction with a waiter. It's a noble idea, but sadly, one that doesn't work in Japan, with the reason being that Japan simply doesn't have enough workforce to staff every restaurant with waiters. This is due to labor shortage caused by the declining birth rate, the thing that Luigi is trying to fix in the first place. More to the point, even if you did add more waitstaff, it wouldn't really make Japan more social. Waitstaff here don't make small talk like they do in places like the
Yeah, he's right. He's right. I don't really think it's a shortage of workers. Like conveyor belt sushi existed when there was no worker shortage. It's like literally a theme. Like it's like something that is, just like you have a fast food restaurant is different from a regular sit in and dine restaurant. Kaizen Sushi is like its own unique thing. Like there's literally like as the plates come by, like it's kind of kooky and wacky sometimes the things they mix in between there. Different plates have different colors to them. As you eat it, there's even some places that have like big machines that collect your plates and you put the plate in there and it acts as like a giant coin and like runs slot machines and you can win like a little toy and stuff from it. Like there's a whole thing behind Kaizen Sushi, like a reason why these places exist. It's a unique experience. It's not like, oh, I don't have to talk to people. Let's put it on Kaizen Sushi.
US, where tips create that extra incentive to do so. Here, you're expected to
It's been 20 years since the World Watch Tour icons take on all the
just do your job efficiently and politely, kinda like a machine. So whether you're in
Yeah, he's totally right. There are like sometimes if you work, like you go to a local place, you've been there a bunch of times, you know the staff, you have a good conversation going, you really get to know the people and stuff like that. But for the most part, if you walk into like an everyday chain restaurant like Caesarea or KFC or something, like if you tried to talk to the staff or something, like be like, "Hey, so how's your day going?" They'd be like, "Fine. Anyway, what would you like to order?" Like you're not there to do small talk with the staff. Ichiro. Ironically, I think, yeah. Ironically, I think Kaizen Sushi got popular with families in Japan. Yeah, I mean, it's like it actually is a really good option for if you want to eat somewhat decent sushi, but also if you want to take your family to a sushi restaurant. Because for the most part, sometimes sushi can be like fine dining. Like you can go to places where the sushi is insane expensive, and they've had chefs that have trained there for ages. Like you've imagined with what is the one that everybody knows, like whatever his face is, dreams of sushi, Ichido dreams of sushi or whatever his name is. Like there are some outrageously expensive places like his, but for the most part, if you want to take your family, you got to have everybody like, you know, sit down, be calm, order slowly, enjoy the food. But if you want to do the fast food version of sushi, you would go to like conveyor belt sushi.
interacting with a robot or a waiter, the experience is essentially the same. This is even something Luigi talks about on an email sent to his colleague on April 16, 2024, where he calls Japan peak NPCville, and shares a story where he ran to a police box to get help for a man having a seizure. In his email, he talks about being frustrated that the police officer didn't immediately follow him across the street due to the light being red. I've actually been in a somewhat similar situation myself. One time, 3 AM in the morning, I came across an elderly woman with Alzheimer's out on the street, so I went to a police box to get her help. Now when I came in, the police officers didn't immediately jump out of their seats and run with me to fix the problem. They asked me what happened and then handled the situation step by step. The thing with Japanese police is that they're more like local security guards. They're not EMTs, ready to leap into action whenever a weird foreigner comes and tells to follow them.
Yeah, so first of all, you're a gaijin, you're a foreigner. So already they're confused, like, oh shit, what's this guy got to tell us? Is he lost? What's going on? So right away, I'm going to be honest with you, they're suspicious, right? Also, you're gaijin, so you're unpredictable. They don't know what you're coming in there to do. Like if you were Japanese and you came in there and said something, they'd be like, he's only here to tell us about a problem he just saw. We're going to go take care of it right away. But if a gaijin comes in there like, are you lost? Did you lose your wallet? Did someone take your passport? Oh, someone's having a seizure? Wait, did I hear that right? Because first of all, the guy's talking English, right? This guy who's doing the video now, he probably speaks perfect Japanese. He's probably fine. Um, but definitely Luigi here, it's his first week in Japan. He's like, hey guys, come here quick. This guy's having a seizure. So for them, this is what it sounded like. Right? That's what they heard because they don't understand a damn word the guy's saying. So you're just some whack job in there yelling about something you saw on the street. So of course they're not like, well, I don't know what he's saying, but let's rush to it. They're going to be like, すいません、英語わからない。日本語教えてください. Like, please tell me in Japanese. Like, and of course, like, then he didn't know any Japanese. He's not fluent in Japanese. He shouted this in the middle of an excitement in English, probably way too fast. Even if he was in Tokyo, that doesn't mean they speak English. So they're probably just like, what the hell is this weirdo shouting about? And so, of course, they're not going to just be like, oh my God, get up and let's go, guys. They're just kind of like, I think, what did he say? What, something happened to somebody out there? All right, let's just go look. And then, second of all, they follow the rules. This is Japan. If you haven't learned anything about Japan, please learn that they follow the rules. If there's no jaywalking, they're not going to jaywalk. All right. If there's a certain place where you cross the street, they're only going to cross the street there. It's not like in America where we kind of make our own road rules as we go along. We don't say, like, oh, the walk sign's red, but there's no cars coming. I'm just going to cross. No, in Japan, they will literally sit there waiting with 0 cars coming, wait for it to turn green, hear the little signal play, and then finally cross the street. Japan loves rules. If he wants to complain about something, okay, wait. Since restaurants have gotten more expensive, waiters have given me change back instead of asking for tips. Really? That's interesting. Please stop for the light and yeah, this is Gurokaru, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Japanese police stop for a light in a life or death situation at 3 a.m. Yeah. Well, like, guys, you've got to understand, like he just said, most Japanese police are more like security guards. These are not the kind of action heavy, ready to run and gun type, slap a criminal down, pull out your gun and shout freeze type of police you're thinking from America. Like some of these people are like literally kids who just graduated from high school. The requirements to become a police officer in Japan is, did you finish high school? All right, apply to be a police officer. And that's it. And so I've had police who are like, 20 years old and are, scratching their head like, huh? And you're like, this guy is, passed out and dehydrated because he drank too much alcohol. Get him some water. Like I found this guy laying on the street and, someone might steal his stuff. Why don't we try to wake him up and get him home? Like, let's call him a taxi. But the guy's like 20 years old. He's got zero life experience, and he's also got a badge, right? This is Japanese police. They're not always the most like, action heavy, ready for any kind of calamity like a lot of American police are, or police that work with the EMTs or work with the fire department. There's not crossover like that in Japan.
Honestly, even if the officer had run after Luigi, what can they do? Now, I'm not saying Japanese police do their jobs properly, far from it, but I wouldn't classify this case as peak NBC behavior, as he said. Is there NBC behavior in Japan? Kinda, but that's mostly in customer service jobs. During work hours, people are expected to be on their best behavior and treat the customer like a machine, as I mentioned earlier. However, most Japanese are simply normal people once they punch out of work. So if your only interactions with Japanese people are through customer service, then yeah, the people here might seem a bit weird. The second...
I mean, yeah, definitely in customer service, there's a lot of NPC behavior because, again, they're following the rules. By the way, Song and Wind, why don't you come on over? Hold on. Why don't you come on over to the main channel? Hold on one second here.
Okay, Mama.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, Mama. Asarashi. Let me bring you over to the main channel, bud. Here you go. Where's my live chat here? Why isn't it coming up? There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on. Where's it? All right, let me pop this one out too. Pop out. There we go. Yeah. Song and Wind. First of all, you've got some great insight. I'm hearing some of the stuff you're saying here. But why don't you go ahead and come on over to the main channel? Oh shoot, what did I just do? I just closed the window. Let me switch back. All right. There we go. All right, let's continue.
And part of Luigi's plan is to ban Tenga fleshlights and
Yeah, Gorokaru, I'm pretty sure this guy lives in Japan. I've only just started to watch his channel. He's usually got some pretty decent insight, but if you check, like every time he's shooting himself, like not shooting himself, but he's like shooting a camera of him in Japan, he seems to always have Japan in the background. So I'm guessing he either lives there or is like on a, travel back and forth tourist visa. Like some people do like 3 months, come back, or do like 3 months extend visa, do 6 months and come back.
and other adult products
Oh,
sold
come on. How did I lose sound again? Why is that happening?
in Don Quixote-style discount stores. Now I will say that there is
Okay, I don't know what's going on. What the heck? Test. Sorry guys, I don't know why, my main headphones just lost Bluetooth connection. Damn it to hell. What the hell? I still don't have connection yet. Hello, test. Dang it the heck. What the heck happened? What? Okay, now you can hear me again. It switched. That's annoying. You guys can hear me okay again? Yo, Mike, hey, come on over to the main channel, okay? Hold on. Let me switch this guy over too. Here we go. All right. You live in yeah, I live in Japan half of the year and live in America for the other half of the year, but I used to live in Japan full time for 15 years.
Some truth
I can't hear him again. I don't know why my headphones are losing. What is going on with this video? It's only been this video. I've never had this problem before. Give me a second, guys. I can see you guys can hear it, but
to
for
the
some reason
fact that overexposure to
it's not playing through my headphones now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm not running out of charge. All right, let's see. Okay, there, I'm connected again. This is annoying.
other adult
Now I can hear it again. I don't know what was going on. All right, ban Tenga fleshlights and Japan real hull custom. Okay, I'm not going to read this out loud.
products sold in Don Quixote-style discount stores. Now I will say that there is some truth to the fact that overexposure to lewd stuff on the internet is probably not the healthiest thing for your brain. But this is part of a larger problem that can't be fixed by just banning Tengas. Luigi's idea feels like trying to fight obesity by banning milkshakes. Maybe it would help a little, but the real problem is the sugar, which you also can't ban, because even if you do, people will just find their way around it. As lame as it may sound, the real solution is simply awareness. Once people start understanding how these habits might not be the best for them, they'll naturally start cutting back. Now I know it might sound a bit crazy, but I think we're already seeing this a bit in the West when we joke about gooners and have things like No Nut November. Looking at these, we can clearly see that people are thinking about how much time they spend on hub and if it's good for them. In Japan though, I don't see the same cultural shift happening yet, but hopefully, eventually, these kind of ideas will also manifest in Japan. It's a ship that turns slowly, but I do believe we need to have a conversation about how much we indulge ourselves in the age of the internet. Not just here in Japan, but...
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the stuff he's talking about, yeah, it is sold in Don Quixote. Don Quixote is kind of a novelty store, though. It's kind of like a mix between a novelty store and Walmart. So I don't know why he's calling Don Quixote a grocery store. Don Quixote, no one says like, I'm going to the grocery store, Don Quixote. Like that's not, they do sell food there, but if you buy all your food from Don Quixote, that's a little bit strange. I don't. Back from dinner. Welcome back, Aaron.
But everywhere. The third step in Luigi's plan is to replace 24/7 esports cafes where young men earn false fitness signals by playing games like Tekken and Overwatch with...
Okay, so first of all, Tekken and Overwatch, these are not the games that people are playing. And what he's calling esports cafes, these aren't esports cafes. These are just internet cafes. All right. I don't think there's any esports teams at internet cafes. Maybe there is, but that's not their main function. It's a cafe just for anybody to chill out and use the internet. A lot of people don't even have like a big powerful computer for powerful enough to play some of the MMOs they play at home because a lot of people don't keep a lot of tower computers inside of their house. For the most part, people keep laptops. Um, so when they want to play a game like, let's say, Final Fantasy 14 online, which is actually the MMOs a lot of Japanese people play. I don't know, what are some of the other ones like Maple Story? I don't know, but nobody goes to an internet cafe, especially to play Tekken. Who's playing Tekken at an internet cafe? Overwatch, maybe, but wouldn't it be Overwatch 2? Who's still playing Overwatch? I've rarely met a Japanese person who's a big Overwatch fan. I mean, I could be wrong. I am a gamer though, and I do, keep in touch with my gamer friends that are in Japan. And, what, Tekken 8 isn't it up to now? Like they're not playing Tekken 8 or Overwatch 1 or 2. Um, they're playing they play Fortnite, they play that, but they don't go to like internet cafes to do that.
Athletics in school. First off, esports cafes aren't really big in Japan.
Yeah, Nuno, you said what's his problem with Tekken? I don't know. It doesn't like first of all, Japan Street Fighter's way bigger than Tekken. Like a Tekken is still, respected and loved, but if you go to an arcade, and yes, there's still arcades in Japan, Street Fighter is the first thing you're going to see people gathered around playing and like really fighting each other for. Tekken, yeah, maybe sure some people, but nobody. What is he talking about? Internet cafes where they play Tekken? I don't think I've ever watched somebody play Tekken in an internet cafe.
They're huge in South Korea, but here people mostly play at home. So saying they're a problem is just not true. However, even if they were a thing in here, isn't it better for people to game in a social place? Luigi's whole point was to encourage
This game, you're not ready.
There.
natural human interaction, but then he's dismissing one of the few places where gaming actually involves socializing. As
Good
for
point.
physical fitness,
That's actually a great point. Although, let's be honest, okay? Anybody who's been to an internet cafe, people aren't being social there. There might be like two friends who go together and sit next to each other at desks and talk, but I mean, you don't really go to the internet cafe to meet people. You mostly want alone time at those places. If I tried to start talking to like the person next to me at an internet cafe, they'd be like, okay, that's great, and I got to get back to this. Like, they really wouldn't want to talk to you. This might be a hot take, but I feel like the average person in Japan spends less time playing video games than the average. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Actually, I'm gonna add an appendix or an asterisk next to that. Gorokaru. I would say the average Japanese person, when they are playing the most video games that I've seen, it's on the train, right? Like they'll sit there playing their Switch, playing their mobile games. Maybe even they still have a PS Vita. Imagine that. And you'll see people playing games all the time on like, long train trips and stuff like that. But often the average Japanese person doesn't have a lot of time to spend, like grinding any kind of MMO or a game like that because they have to work too damn much. And also, I don't know if he realizes this, but like actually there's a lot of people who go to internet cafes to finish work. Um, or just do social media type stuff like talk to their friends on Mixi if I don't know if that's what people still use in Japan.
Japan isn't struggling in that area. When I walk around, I see kids playing soccer, baseball, and other sports all the time.
Yeah.
Physical activity is a huge part of school life in here, with sports club running from elementary school all the way through university. Outside of schools, Japanese life naturally includes a lot of walking, because of the way cities are built and how people rely on public transportation. We all know Japanese people are generally very thin and healthy, especially when compared to other developed countries. Sure, encouraging more exercise in any country is always a good thing, but I don't think physical fitness is something Japan needs to be
Dude, that is a great point. He's totally right. Like, first of all, there's literally a day called Sports Day at every school in Japan for every single year and every single grade, where they literally practice and then compete against each other in a series of relay races. So, and they have to have gym every single day. I know this. I've raised two kids through the Japanese school system. Uh, there's a bunch of physical requirements. There's even physical requirements to pass certain grades for kids in certain kindergartens and elementary schools where my kid had to like jump rope a certain number of times, be able to dribble a ball a certain number of times for motor skill development within preschool and kindergarten. So this guy, like I said, this is a dude who's like giving his input on Japan after being there like one day and thinking he knows it all. No matter what you think, good or bad about Luigi, this is a dude who has no idea what he's talking about.
especially worried about. The second to last part in Luigi's plan is to stigmatize maid cafes, claiming they're a problem because lonely salarymen pay young girls to dress as anime characters. Now I know on the internet we all know about maid cafes, but here's a little secret, they're actually extremely niche. Sure, if you're a tourist and visit Akihabara like most tourists do, they might seem like a big deal because they're so visible there. But outside of Akihabara, and maybe a few other specific areas, they're really not a big thing. They
No.
exist, but
Yeah, they're like you really have to find specific areas, like he just said, Akihabara, which is like pretty much anime zone in Tokyo. For Osaka, where I lived, it was Nipponbashi or Denden Town. And those are the only two places. They're very small places, and there's maybe a handful of maid cafes. I've been to one the entire, no, I went to two different ones. Like, just first of all, first time ever, because I wanted to see what the hell they were like. My opinion, low grade food, okay customer service, boring as hell. Like just kind of really lame, boring as hell. Like, sorry if you're a huge Maid Cafe fan, great, awesome, have a blast when you go to Japan, but it's just kind of stupid and silly. Like, there's nothing sex based or even flirting based going on in any of these, all right? And they're not paying girls to dress up in cosplay. There's a theme for every single maid cafe, and that's how they dress up. Like you can probably see this one here, it's like a candy type theme, right? So she's got on like a candy colored suit and stuff like that. Um, the way it works is just like any normal restaurant, except the menu has like a couple of extra silly things on it you can pay for, and those things are innocent. Like for example, you can pay a girl to sing like your favorite anime song at one place I went to, where they're like, "Oh, this girl knows this song, you can pay her to do that." She comes over to the table, there's like a mobile karaoke machine, and she sings it. And it's just like, why would you pay for that? I don't know. It's like not sung well, it's not kind of any skill of hers. You can just pay her to do it, I guess, because kawaii. That's the only thing I can think. Um, there was other stuff too where like they could make you a special omelet where they drew a smiley face on it with like ketchup. It's like that's not destroying anybody's life. You know, if you love that kind of thing, if it's super fun for you, great. And I don't know why he's saying salaryman. To be honest, I didn't see, you know, what I would consider the typical salaryman at these places. Most time it was like, anime and manga otaku who were heavily into, the anime in that area, and they just wanted to enjoy and relax at a cafe based around a theme or anime that they liked. What is wrong with that? It's the same as like people who go to, I'm sure you've seen restaurants before that are like based on trains, and like the whole inside of the restaurant has trains everywhere. There's like boxcar shaped booths for people to eat in. That's not destroying anybody's life. No one's like, man, I'd really like to start a family and marry a great girl, but I'm too obsessed with trains and train restaurants. Like, what?
they're not a widespread cultural phenomenon or a real problem. If Luigi had mentioned hostess clubs or kabakuras instead, then we could have a discussion here. But I guess he didn't mention them because tourists rarely go to hostess clubs, and that brings me to my next point. A lot of Luigi's comments feel like they're coming from the perspective of a tourist. His arguments focus on surface level things that tourists might notice, like conveyor belt sushi or maid cafes. Even his final point, which is to revitalize traditional Japanese culture like Shintoism and onsen, in my opinion, missed the mark quite a bit, since both of those are alive and well.
Yeah. Okay, my wife's brother is a Shinto priest. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Um, Okinawan karate, has that disappeared? It's still being practiced in Okinawa. Onsens? There's a billion like it's super popular. What is he talking about? Did he try to go to an onsen? Like you can literally open up a map and there's onsens everywhere. Gurokaru, you can definitely confirm this, right? Do you think onsens are dying out in Japan? Like what? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh no, they need to bring back onsens in Japan. What? That would be like being like, man, traditional America, it really needs to bring back McDonald's in America. It's like, what are you talking about? There's like McDonald's everywhere. It's the equivalent to saying like, man, they really need to bring back Starbucks in America. Like that's literally like what this guy is saying. That's how I guess his how high his level of lack of observation is. Like what is this guy talking about?
I mean, I probably go to the onsen the most out of the people I know, and I wish they were less alive, because then I could actually fit in a sauna when I want to. And even if we were to play around with this maid cafe suggestion, there's still a contradiction. If Luigi wants people to have more human interaction, isn't that exactly what maid cafes provide?
That's
Sure,
true.
it's performative and part of the business model, but at the end of the day, people are choosing to go there for some level of human connection. I do think some of Luigi's points scratch the surface of these issues, but overall, most of his observations seem to come from the eyes of a tourist visiting the country, and not taking note of the underlying issues. Now, it is very much obvious that Japan has societal issues and the birth rate is falling down.
Yeah.
Just like in many developed countries, the low birth rates are mostly due to economic reasons, but there are also some Japan-related issues.
Okay, so this guy, first of all, great video. Let me say his channel again. Pathis, Pahtis. So give this guy a sub, give this guy a like for the video. Great video done by him. Um, good job for him for like gathering this information. Also, I wanted to thank Erin too. She kind of brought my attention to this, and that's how I found this video. And yeah, this guy pretty much nailed it. This dude is approaching his ideas about how to repopulate Japan with like the most surface level, basic, I'm a tourist, never seen anything more than my first day in Japan uh, type observations. Yeah, one of the here's the equivalent to what this guy said. Jonah here says, "Man, America's really missing traditional food like the hot dog." Like what? What are you talking about? um, Pretty much uh, the same observation. Like, what are you talking about? America's missing hot dogs. Like, what? Like, it's kind of a really ridiculous, especially the onsen comment. Man, when is Japan gonna bring back onsens? Like, what are you? What? Like, everybody loves the onsen. The first thing when I got back to Japan back in early 2024 to see my family there again, that's the first place they took me was an onsen, and it's crowded. It's full of people. So I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. Um, hmm. Okay, well, I guess we can see why his planning went so wrong with attacking the CEO. Again, I want to reiterate, I do not promote or condone assassination or this hitman style kill that this guy did. Although, nonetheless, I do agree with both the left and right political sides who say healthcare is absolute garbage in America. And a lot of these CEOs are evil, evil people doing evil things with people's lives, healths, benefits, and money. So I can get behind that. I understand that. But Luigi is showing a clear lack of observation, and none of what he said should be taken as a really great analysis of the lowering population in Japan. For the most part, a lot of it has to do with a lack of substantial salaries. Salaries in general over all of Japan have barely been raised over the last 30 years. They have not kept up with the amount of inflation and tax that has occurred. The other big problem is people are sick of working 12-hour days in Japan. How do you raise a family when you're at work 12 hours? Now, what used to be the answer to that question was that women were housewives for the most part and worked as very traditional housewife um, jobs, because really it is like a job, taking care of the children that the man went to work and paid for. Well, guess what? Now Japan is so hard to survive in as far as cost wise buying a house and having a career is concerned that the woman is now working just as much as the man in Japan, and both of them are confined to those 12 hours at work. How you expect people to meet and reproduce when they never even see each other at home or get to be at the home that they're paying for with that 12-hour job is an obvious blemish and mistake as far as the government is concerned by never ever regulating the hours in which people work. Like it's ridiculous. You can't expect people to work these insane hours at these jobs that pay so garbage as far as money is concerned, and then be like, why can nobody afford a family? Why can no one ever be home uh, early enough to start a family? Why can't people, enjoy raising a family at night and eating dinner around a table? Oh, maybe because they're eating conveni food at their desk when they're still at their job at 9 p.m. at night, working for a boss who never leaves the goddamn company. Um, these are the real problems. These are the real questions. And sorry, Luigi, but your takes are really, really lacking in observation, analysis, and any kind of true understanding of actual culture in Japan. Bring back Shintoism, bring back onsens. Yeah, you must have saw a very, very small part of Japan and based your entire idea of what Japan is like from that. And that is a very close minded and narrow view. So, sorry, bad take. Anyway, guys, question: which is creepier, Japan Made Cuisine Cafe or Amsterdam Torture Muse Pizza? I mean, okay, like for the most part, like, first of all, Rob, welcome to the stream, first time. I would say whatever the Torture Muse in Amsterdam is, that sounds. Is that the kind of thing where they like do stuff with a banana, as far as I've heard? Um, Maid cafes, like their food isn't like wretched. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's no better than like what you would buy at like a 7-Eleven or something like that. They're literally just like microwaving food and giving it to you. Luigi doesn't have observation hockey. Unfit to become the Pirate King. Yeah. Yeah. But guys, hey, awesome stream tonight. Glad I got to meet another J vlogger. Looking forward to collabing in the future. And I'm gonna call it quits here. I got a lot to prepare for this last week of work before I can finally relax for winter break and enjoy my family arriving in America here in just a few days, about 4.5 days till they're here. Love you all. Thank you so much. If you're a member, please go check out the new members vid. Just got that out for you right before I started this stream. And as far as the future streams are concerned, guys, I'm not sure how much I'll be streaming. Starting next Friday, my wife arrives on Friday night coming up, so I'm definitely not going to be streaming while I'm trying to pick up my wife. And then Saturday is my first full day with her, so I'm not going to be streaming then either. Obviously, the holidays start right after that. I'm hoping all of you have a wonderful, wonderful, whatever you celebrate, Diwali, Chinese New Year, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, Kwanzaa, I hope you have the best one. I hope the world treats you right, and I hope you go into 2025 with a bunch of great prospects, a bunch of great inhibitions, and you know, are able to march forward, feeling a little bit better about the future. Um, I'll be there with you through some of the holidays. Probably I'll be on a little bit, maybe when I get time, but it's going to be pretty sparse. I'll definitely put out my videos still for the week, as far as my weekend videos are concerned and the member videos are concerned, but probably streaming is going to go quiet for a bit. Don't worry, I'm okay. I'm thinking about you guys. I'll be on Discord. You can definitely catch me there. Come join on Discord and hang out with us. And if I don't see you till then, if I don't see you till after the holidays, well, have a happy holiday. I love you bunches, and you guys are great. You got me. You really, really got me through 2024. Like seriously, this was a hard ass year for me with the hurricane destroying my house. You guys got me through to the other side. This is my first year streaming all through the year with you guys, and it's been amazing. And I love you all for it. And you guys have been like one of the best like backups and supports as far as like mental and even financial is concerned, considering the GoFundMe pretty much rebuilt all the destroyed parts of my house. And actually, speaking of which, tomorrow the final part of my house is fixed with my carport and my back porch, and I'm going to be posting those on GoFundMe as a thank you. And I hope there's more I can do for you guys as a creator in 2025 coming up. Love you all.